Hello everyone and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 2. Today we have an Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard EU Weekly. With me on commentary is Destantia. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, though it is very, very warm here. I am going to be taking lots of breaks to try and get more water down me. And salt, because salt is also important when it's too warm.
And yes, for the first time in I think probably the better part of a month, I've been pretty busy. This is a star special for the weekly.
Ooh. Well, at least that means that if we need to do all dungeons, we've already got a stone.
And yep, we have a pretty good restream crew here today. We've got the Aeronaut, Sponge, Fabio, and Goomba.
Which is always nice, and definitely remember to hydrate, people. But yeah, I think I've seen pretty much all of these people race before, and one of these servers I'm in had a lot of people going. Yep, good luck for the race, good luck for the race. So at least several of these guys know each other, wish each other luck, and hopefully we'll rib each other beautifully in the interview if they finish at a similar time afterwards.
You've got a slightly concerning hash, Skulltula, Master Sword, Poker Saw, and the Bow? Question mark?
Sorry, what was that? I was busy trying to work out what temperature it was here to answer a question in chat.
The hash.
A lot of dead skulls, or a lot of Skulltulas wielding weapons, which is in fact slightly more terrifying.
Yeah. Just waiting on a couple final people to ready up. We've got a decent sized race of 36 people today. And we should be off shortly. Well, it's not been exceedingly, well, it's been kind of hot here due to global warming, but the bigger issue is that we've had severe thunderstorms a lot lately. Some weeks ago, there were some weeks ago we had a utility substation failure that knocked out power for about 2 hours to the entire downtown area where I am. That was not fun. It was a good thing I wasn't volunteering for anything that day because I would have gone completely MIA for 2 hours.
Yeah, that one is never fun. Yeah, whereas here we've had ridiculous humidity for weeks with no thunderstorms, and now we've just gone straight from that kind of clouded over humidity into full-on glorious sunshine. It is hot. You cannot step outside on the patio in bare feet because your feet will go ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, for reference, Estantia is a Brit. I am from the northeastern US. As child spawn is in Kakariko. Sure.
Hey look, chickens! Chickens from Goomba straight off because Goomba is a wonderful memer. We love the memes. Go Goomba. In all fairness, it kind of makes sense for there to be a lot of starts in Kakariko because there are so many spawns there are so many doors in Kakariko. Like, purely from number of doors, it's unsurprising they start here.
Yep. GTG Foolish. OoT Bolero. Ranch.
Lon.
Leia the Hero. And 50 is a bottle.
And the Floor Master has a small key. So it looks like we will be going into the back. If we need to go to Shadow Temple. And let's face it, it's a star special. Who isn't expecting needing to go into every dungeon?
Yeah. Well, GTG apparently not, since it's foolish, but other than that...
Okay, so we've not got a world tour. That's nice.
I completely missed what that man on roof was.
Oh, it was nothing important. I think it was a piece of heart or a heart. No, it was a recovery heart. There we go.
Okay, I thought I saw something red, but I couldn't tell what.
Well,
yeah, mostly not AD until hover boots turned up on the volcano, and then they're all very annoyed at me.
I mean, the first seed I ever rolled did that, yes. Ooh,
Or even better,
something.
something else on the volcano that locks hover boots.
Yeah, at least it's obvious when it's the at least it's obvious that you need Bolero when hover boots are on the volcano.
Yep, and I am currently updating the commands. We recently had an update that makes updating the hint commands much easier.
And that is both of our 50 skull hints.
Oh, the other one was Hyrule Castle, thank you.
Yeah, Hyrule Castle first hint. They didn't check the second.
Well, yeah, it's fairly unusual to go for the second because it's pretty far.
I mean, I do because I suck at this game and I need all the information I can get, but... But no, I actually quite like starting with Prelude because it just means that it's so much easier and it gives you a lot more maneuverability in the early game. You are not completely dependent on or completely screwed over by a bad spawn.
True. Lolland Ranch Wave the Hero is not for that Deku Nut.
And Andrew also has a Deku Nut. All chickens are Deku Nuts today.
Yep, so it's probably just a song, but there might be something in the tower or on the scrubs as well for Ranch Way of the Hero.
I mean, I have no idea. I am sure that no one would skip out on a Lon Ranch Way of the Hero and just completely miss anything important in the silo.
Well, Vanilla Eponas might well be Way of the Hero.
With GTG, Foolish, less so, but we might need to cross the desert or get to the Scrub Grotto.
HBA still exists.
HBA still exists. Why did you have to remind me that HBA still existed? Sorry, I have a... The thing is, when I've got the remake of this on the 3DS. You would not believe that I was the same player looking at me play on the DS and looking at me play on the emulator. Like, I cannot aim for anything on the emulator or the N64, but the 3DS, I can manage to do horseback archery 1500, no problem.
Alright, nothing in the tower. Let's see if the scrubs have anything or if it's just Epona's Way of the Hero. Epona's could also be for big foes.
Yes, always a possibility. I'm feeling access might be more it. Speaking of big pose, there's a normal po in a bottle.
Yep, and the Stone of Agony, which is not Way of the Hero ever in these settings. Anyway, that bottle could be Way of the Hero for all we know, depending on, because we're a bow from Big Pose.
I mean, that is true.
That's not actually the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
In all fairness, it's not even the gyro controls, it's just that the control stick actually moves like I expect it to.
Oh, I figured out what I broke.
Oh yeah, bottle for skulls. Possible, but we know that 50 isn't anything, so... Stone of Agony cannot be Way of the Hero, no. We are safe from Stone of Agony.
Yep,
Stone of Agony is just a meme.
Because we always have the trick turned on that, the trick is always on for having hidden grottos without Stone of Agony, and that is the only setting that can make Stone of Agony Way of the Hero. Sorry, I screwed up something internally. I spent a good while yelling at Trez over various issues since he was the one who opened the race room and goofed a few things. I had to.
It's fine. You are restreaming as well. I can definitely take the burden of commentary. Speaking of which, Sponge has gone into Gerudo Valley, possibly following a route that he thinks no one else will do.
Walnut Beach is nice to have.
I will absolutely take that, thank you. And also the thing is, that's why I really like this route, because it gets you a load of items early, gets it out of the way so you don't need to worry about it later, and it gets you so many hints.
Yeah.
Like, I know my strength. My strength is logic. Give me the information, and I can do a much better job of a seed. That looked like another skull hint.
That was 40 skulls is dead.
So, skull seed looking less and less likely, but we could still have something on 30.
Yep. 50 skulls bottle confirmed absolutely useless since we have one from the ranch scrubs.
100%.
Mind you, it would have been incredibly rare for a 50 skulls bottle to be wiped through anyway. Yeah.
I'm sure it is possible, and I'm sure that someone's had to deal with it.
Oh, I'm sure. It's just very, very rare. Lake Lab hint was Bigoron is useless, so we don't need to worry about that. Well, where's the Starseed? I mean, we found a bottle and Epona so far. That's kind of not a very fun start.
Like, okay, it is still very early on in the seed here, but this is kind of dry.
Very,
It's only
yeah.
7 minutes, but it's still kind of dry.
It is. Oh, hey, Aeronaut's going to Kokiri. Sponge is doing the lake scrubs. We're going to get a whole load of checks here.
Yep, this is interesting to see. It's nice to see when people do different routes and try things out.
It'll hit 3 hours in, don't worry.
What makes you think you'll only hit 3 hours in? I was picking up skulls early. I like to see skulls getting picked up early because you rarely get hints for 20 and you never get hints for 10. It's always a good idea to go up to 20.
Yeah, and Aeronaut arrived at Kokiri right as it was turning night anyway. You're here, you've got sticks, you might as well. What is that on the lake and on the letter spot? I could never identify that item for the life of me.
I completely missed it. I was looking at Ara.
Yeah, and Sponge peeked it way too fast for me. Chat, help!
Fabio also heading to Kokiri Forest and also getting that Skulltula because they hit the same timing.
Yep, he has the same timing. All 4 of these runners are he/him.
Awesome. I just couldn't see the actual pronouns on the screen.
Where because he and Sponge haven't set their pronouns in race time.
Sponge actually bothering to set fields in various things of communication.
Mido's house has a hammer.
I'll take a hammer. That's an interesting amount of grottos, actually.
And was that a bomb bag? That was a bomb bag.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that was a bomb bag. I thought that was another bottle.
Yeah, that was a bomb bag in Mido's house.
I mean, I will happily take a bomb bag and hammer. That's basically all explosive entrances on box.
Yep. Oh, there's the other Shadow Flowmaster hint. I am currently updating pronouns for Sponge and Fabio on Restream.
And it looks like Goomba is also heading to Valley. This is interesting because has anything happened which means that Valley is now back in more favour than it was?
I mean, just the lack of items.
I mean, yeah, but that hasn't changed, but people are coming here more often now.
Yeah, Fabio's internet is being Fabio's internet, it appears. Let me see if the refresh does anything, but he is in Chile, and Chile does not have, and his part of Chile apparently does not have the most reliable internet in the world, so,
Colossus Way of the Hero.
Yep, I saw, thank you. BGS for Goomba. I think we're just losing Fabio for the moment, unfortunately.
Fabio's going on a magical adventure.
Oh, he's back.
We'll meet up with him later.
Alright, he's back. But yeah, his internet's a little bit shaky. Fabio, our lone Chilean runner. The lone Chilean runner in open community, so it's not the best in the world. Yeah. There's not much to be done on my end, unfortunately. It's him.
Sponge looks like he's looking to go to Kakiri now, and is probably just going to follow Aranaut at this point because it's the sensible route.
Yeah, it's buffering again on my end as well. I'm just gonna let Fabio buffer for the moment, unfortunately.
It's ever stopped buffering for you?
It did stop briefly, but nope, he's back to buffering. He's in Kokiri, I'll tell you that much, so we're not seeing much new from him since we're seeing Kokiri in Lost Woods already. Frox 2 is dead.
Yay. On the other hand, I suspect, he's probably in Lost Woods by now.
Yeah, which we're seeing from Aeronaut, so nothing new. Yeah, fair enough, Ginger. You can probably safely mark Midas house.
Winner.
Yes. Yeah, they're winners! If I are not mistaken, the winner heart piece. Ooh, strength upgrade on the scrubs by the theater.
Yes, and the other scrub was even nice enough to sell you a 100 rupee for 10, so giving back to the community scrub. Also, have we ever seen Skull Mask this early?
It's very rare, yeah. I mean, starting in CAC and spawning CAC with Prelude as Child, it's not exactly hard.
I mean, true.
We don't know about, well, currently it's just a bit of a boring start. Nice for roars on Skull Mask, alright.
Oh, Fabio just found a slingshot on... That looks like the scrubs outside of Sacred Forest Meadow.
Oh, lots of scrub grotto things. Yeah, because Fabio is back, woohoo! Actually, you're slightly ahead of me on that, probably due to just varying things with Fabio's slightly funky stream.
I'll refresh anyway, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh him on... And we're seeing the slingshot from Aeronaut anyways. Skull Mask is for roars.
I mean, I will happily take that this early. I am not complaining.
Yeah. I'm refreshing my own comms page as well.
Yep, that's fine. Gumba doing some child fishing. Fishing as a child, not fishing for children. That would be bad.
There's a Skull Mask for roars hint.
Helpful. Aranaut is facing Wolfos. And that's the Song of Time on Saria's song.
Yes, it is.
Wolfos was nothing, and I missed the hint because I was looking at the Wolfos reward.
The hint was, the Furor's win on Skull Mask hint was the first in SFM. Next one is Composer Grave Chest is dead.
Yay!
And Ganon's Castle is Way of the Hero. Okay, that's actually kind of curious since it's 4 Medallion Bridge.
Oh no, this is going to be one of those awkward ones, isn't it?
Yes, it probably is.
Ganon's Castle, Way of the Hero, what could...
Oh, we need 4 medallions, and he started with a stone, so that has to be something that locks one of the remaining 2 medallions. Question becomes, which 4 medallions are available for that Ganon's Castle access?
Yeah.
Because that's
the easy one is Shadow. Shadow has so many items that it's fairly easy to lock it with one. Spirit, it could be the Mirror Shield. If it's Strength 2, then everyone has a sad time.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, because it's interesting with with 4 medallions, it's rarer to get Ganon's Way to here, just because you need more stuff to get into Ganon's Castle.
And yet we have had an awful lot of seeds where we've needed to double dip Ganon's.
Yes, we have. Nothing on the woods target, nothing on the hot rodder.
Sponge is just zooming through all of these areas.
Yep.
Now I have the image of like a little kind of sponge on wheels, little race car sponge.
That is a funny mental image, actually, yeah. Alright, well, we're seeing nothing new for the moment, so let's do a couple shoutouts. Shoutouts to our forerunners, the Aeronaut, Sponge, Fabio, and Goomba, to my co-commentator Estantia, and to our just can't type, apparently. And the bot's being slow. Alright, there we go. And the shoutouts to our 4 trackers, Case and Jim McFarlane, Ginger Sunny, and Jojelman.
And of course, to our lovely restreamer, who is also Star.
Thanks.
Not
I
only
don't shout out myself
commentator,
for
but
obvious reasons.
restreamer. Multitasking.
I mean, yeah, we don't know VXR. For all we know, something's on Big Pose, because it's still been a fairly dry seed. We don't have a hookshot, we don't have a boomerang, we don't have a whole lot of anything right now, honestly. Like, sure, that bottle's probably not Way of the Hero, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's still more likely Eponas than the other options, but yeah, Gorilla Train Grounds being foolish is really nice.
With Colossus Way of the Hero, Eponas could be Way of the Hero to get over there, but...
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. It very much could be for access, it could be for horseback archery, it could even just be for the rooftop chest or the scrub grotto.
Yep. We don't know. Hammerocks is a completely in logic now. We have the Eponas and a hammer.
Yes, we just need them to actually go adult. In all fairness, we kind of want to get them to go adult so we know what the medallions are.
Yeah. Alright, I forgot to big OoT command. Oh my goodness, there's a hookshot. Dompe digging.
Yeah, Dampe just giving you the hookshot 7 years early. This is remarkably similar to the last seed I commentated. Because we made jokes about, oh, so that's how he got the hookshot. Gift from the royal family. Yeah, no, just dug it up.
Yeah, well, the hook's location's not nearly as bad as the child spawned in CAC, but that's not the best spot, no. What is that in the crate? I cannot tell. It looks kind of like a strength 2? Yeah, it might be. The Aeronaut did get the one from... And chat confirming, yeah, that's strength 2 in the crate. What-oh.
Well, okay, that's a thing that exists. And people are saying Ocarina of Time is Bolero. Where did we get the hint for that?
OT Blair was Temple of Time.
Oof. Yep, as Kimra says. Beans.
Yeah, because we already have a ball bag. Beans are entirely in logic. Yeah, it's Fabio's internet. If we have to... if Fabio buffers, it's because it's Fabio's internet.
In all fairness, Fabio has shitty internet days a lot. Yeah, being in Chile, sometimes you get really bad internet, apparently. And, yep, Arnold is going, I see that I need beans for strength 2. I'm going to go and get some beans at exceptionally bad prices.
Alright, since this probably is going to come up a fair few times, you now have a command explaining why Fabio is buffering. Sorry, Fabio. It's not his fault, it's just his internet. There's nothing you can do about if your area's internet sucks, so, check.
So, do you want a fun fact about internet connections in certain countries?
Sure.
There's about 3 or 4 countries on the west coast of Africa that end up having all of their internet connections go through a single line underneath the ocean. That single line like being eaten by a shark.
Yeah, just because Bob is getting his own command, just because I get the feeling we're going to get quite a few questions, since this does not seem to be a good day for Fabio's internet. Sometimes it's okay, this doesn't appear to be one of them, unfortunately. And also, that is a very fun fact to stand here.
Yes. It's really fascinating. Of course, that would be the line that the shark likes eating.
There's the other GTG foolish hint. Can we find our other foolish hints? That would be nice. We've gotten a ton of repeats.
Have we seen We Dead Grotto yet? Yes, we've seen chickens. Chickens was a nut.
Yeah, and no, we haven't, because that's eye drops, which we know to be dead.
Oh, could we get Frog Warp?
Maybe Boomerang Chest is dead.
Yeah, they literally ended up developing special anti-shark cable covers for underwater internet cables so that the sharks wouldn't find them tasty and would stop eating them.
Alright, Creator Song is Minuet, okay.
Nice to know.
And that's that for Aeronaut, who's gonna save it. Hookshot for Sponge. And I think
I'm not having quite a spectacular reaction to that hookshot.
And we're going to, we're starting to run a little bit out of checks, actually, as far as child checks go. So I think we're going to see adult checks, adult play soon, since we're running out of things to do with child.
And we do have that hammer and that bomb bag, so it makes adults a really attractive prospect.
Yes, it does. Fabio was just on bowling. I spotted it briefly during the freeze frames. Doesn't look like his personal tracker updated, so with anything. So I assume it was
adult.
Yes, it does. He seems to be back for the moment, at least. First runner to go adult. He does have that hook shot, and he does have the bomb back, so he is all set on items. Good.
Yep, Song of Time, Prelude, hook shot. Got the stuff. Let's go.
Yeah.
So he and Arrow are probably doing fairly similar routes.
I would assume so. Alright, medallion check. Jabu. Shadow, water, forest.
Why is
DC
Shadow
Deku.
forest medallion?
I don't know. Why is it? And okay, if I might be a touch ahead, I apologize.
And yep, that is Fabio time warping.
It's... yeah, not much we can do there again, as mentioned. So let's just watch him and Aeronaut head out of the Temple of Time at the same time. Almost in sync. Yeah, Stone Spear with early strength too. Although to know that we haven't seen Requiem yet, there's a solid chance it's stuck behind Shadow Temple, which would make things even more interesting with Colossus Wave Hero Nocturne still missing, and yeah,
okay.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, like we're seeing all the hints that something nasty could be happening. Also, Icy Waters is dead.
Yep, that is our final sometimes hint. No, Fabio seemed to have about the same items as everyone else. Everyone seems to be pretty much full clearing child and then going adult. So Fabio did the same things as everyone else and found not a whole lot of anything because we've seen everything. Yeah, well, let's... Cannons probably locks Shadow Temple, considering that Shadow's one of our medallions. I doubt that's one of the foreign logic for Cannon's castle access for that way of the hero. I mean,
I can't edit the note sheet either.
you might want to make sure you're on the correct tab, because I can't actually. I know I had some issues with that. You also might want to refresh. Yeah, we're not getting 2 songs for a long time with Shadow being the Forest Medallion.
But that actually does make it far more likely that Eponus is Way of the Hero for crossing the desert.
Yeah, since if Colossus is inaccessible. Since if Requiem's not on Shadow. Could be Requiem Vanilla for Way of the Hero, for Child Spirit. Smiles.
Look, I think my DSR sub ran out. I don't think I have the ZSR grid looming.
I don't think I have either, but I do have my own emote. I own a Starseed emote. CL in the windmill. Alright. No. Just really surprised. There's the other Ganon's Way of Hero.
I do have the ZSR emotes. It's just this is ZSR 2, so the sub badge didn't show up.
Ah, yes. Aeronaut, who planted the bean earlier in the graveyard, I missed that, is going to pick up that strength too. Good choice.
Yep.
Still missing 2 Foolishes, 2 Way of the Heroes, and 30 Skulls. Ganon's could be double Way of the Hero. We've seen 2 copies, and we haven't seen a second Dungeon Way of the Hero yet. That's not good.
Also, Aranos and Fabio both raising Dumpy at the same time.
Yep.
Oh! Thank you, Sinaiquil. I did not need the sub to CSL2, but now I have even more emotes. Yes!
Nice. Yeah, I don't have a gift sub to ZS. I don't have a sub to ZSR either at the moment, ZSR or ZSR2, but I will happily spam my own Starseed instead. Oh, thank you. Now I can blame Void and Lost, yes.
There's not a blame star. Hang on, no, this is
because
accurate.
because I have my own emote instead for it.
These runners will need luck. Oh, yes, on the other hand, Dampe.
Lighters on Dampe. Is that an adult save up at the top of Crater?
Wait, what? Huh.
Goomba suddenly is at the top of Crater, and I think that's how he got there.
I mean, I'll take that, thanks.
I have no idea what hint he just read, but he did end up somewhere.
Oh,
I think they're routing for Aeronaut going directly to the windmill to get here. Fabio checking this composer grave. Nothing there. But yeah, Chad, I didn't even catch the Crater Grotto hint for Goomba since I managed to completely miss it.
It wasn't anything important. I think it was the second Bigoron hint.
Okay, thank you. Now, currently, let me go find Spawn. And nothing on the crater, sadly, so it's not all dungeons for the song. Kokiri is Way of the Hero, probably for that hammer and that bomb bag. Thanks, gang.
Oh, really? You don't say. Wait, hang on. Is fire's a stone?
Yes, it is. Smile.
So if we find another easily accessible bomb bag, which isn't bomb locked, then
we're in for some fun.
As VXR says, quickly into oh no mode. No, Fabio is Fabio's death warping. There we go.
Yep. Alright, Way of the Hero command updated. Yeah, right after deconfirming AD, we get the hint. What? Colossus's second Colossus Way of the Hero hint. Zora Tunic on top of DC. Hammer Way of the Hero is Stonefire is, and Strength 2 was early. Colossus's Way of the Hero. This might be Oops AD for the items instead.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look at what that hint in Strongest Cavern was.
No, the DC hint was the Colossus. Wallet in the DC lobby chest.
Yeah, this is why we call it Colossus and not DC.
Yep, I always make sure to distinguish between the two, or like I write Goron City as G City for short, so we know that from Ganon's Castle. 30 Skulls is dead. Alright, that's all Skulls dead.
And I am sure that you would love to know that I got the response of, because Marvel is better. Because, you know, when you live with nerds, you're going to get bad nerd puns.
Yeah, no one's skipping Medallion DC. Bombach showed up super early. They have Strength and Hammer to go with that Bombach if they really cared.
I mean, that's just because Cubs isn't here. Because Cubs definitely skipped a Medallion Dodongo's Cabin Way of the Hero for like 2 hours before.
Lol. DMT Fairy was the, I think, yep, DMT Fairy was the second slingshot for Fabio, who is now reading Kokiri Way of the Hero and going,
I mean, it's still not surprising.
No, not at all.
But no, it could tell us useful things about Fire Temple, depending on if we find another bomb bag. And Sponge is finally going adult. That
Yep,
took
last
him a
runner on
while.
Restream to do so. Long shot in DC. That makes it Epona's Way to Hero very curious because...
Yeah. In which case, horseback archery just swung back into being relevant along with Big Post.
Yep, because that bottle's the other contender for Way of the Hero in
I mean, it could
Ranch.
totally be the bottle. 50 Skulls is dead.
No, 50 Skulls is the other bottle. If it's accessible, then the ranch one's not Way of the Hero, but I don't think we have enough dungeons available for 50 Skulls right now.
Okay, so...
Oh, just an over Goomba. That was his first hookshot in DC, because he never did dummy digging. That could be a problem, actually.
Okay, so what that means for Way of the Hero. That long shot being available without needing to cross the chasm means that Epona is not needed for access to that area or crossing the desert. That means Epona must be Way of the Hero for something else unless the bottle is Way of the Hero for something.
And the bottle would have to log all 3 of the other bottles, including the one on 50 Skulls. Which is not currently in logic because we don't have enough dungeons available to get the skulls from them, I'm pretty sure. We just don't have that much dungeon access right now. Forest is a big one that we don't have access to since we don't have, no, we do have actually Forest access. We just don't have quite enough, I think, for 50 skulls right now without a ring. Or that bottle from Ranch, honestly.
I was about to say.
So currently it's not an issue, but we do need to keep an eye out for the other bottles. And yeah.
So, in very simple terms, it means that we are definitely side-eyeing horseback archery and Big Pose, but it's possible that it's something else.
Yes. Mind you, I was side-eyeing Big Pose at the moment both Epona's and a bottle showed up in Way of the Hero Ranch. That stinks of Big Pose immediately to me.
I mean,
Way of the Hero Ranch, Epona's in a bottle. Yeah, I think that's Big Pose. Mind you, we still don't have a bow, so that's a problem.
I mean, yeah, the thing to put either horseback archery or Big Pose into logic is that bow, and we don't know where that is.
Nope, it could be in Forest. We did see an adult spawn earlier. Yeah, we're still missing 1 Way of the Hero and 2 Foolish Hints, which is unusual. We've gotten a zillion copies, but we don't have any we only have 1 Foolish Hint.
Yeah,
It's a very good Foolish Hint, don't get me wrong. With Epona's Way of the Hero, you'd go GTG if you didn't have the GTG Foolish Hint.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep, King Dodongo, they had nothing.
First medallion of the stream for Aaron, at 36 minutes.
And no one had to do it with choose.
Because Bombek is one of our contenders for Wave the Heroes in Kokiri.
Yep, we haven't.
The issue
seen
is with
Bombag
Hammer
yet.
being right next to that Bombag. Bombag doesn't lock as much as he usually can. So, and that Bombag has to lock both other Bombags for it to be Wave the Hero.
Does it count if the hammer locks the bomb bags? No, I don't think it does it?
No, because the Hammer and the first Bombag are equally available. It has to specifically be the second Bombag, the Bombag locking a Bombag. And DC did, well, DC, because the DC Longshot is available with just a strength upgrade to keep in mind. Anything Longshot locking a Bombag does not necessarily say anything by itself, because you can get that Longshot with just a strength upgrade from the Scrub by Theater.
Yep.
So, ambiguous Way of the Heroes, everyone! I think is what I can say about this seed.
I mean, there has to be some kind of pun you can make about Way of the Heroes being actually vague wanderings of the hero.
Alright, medical run hint for, no leads cannot be found in a foolish location. There's the other 30 skulls hint. Can we please find our remaining foolishes game?
Basically, a foolish location cannot hold anything which unlocks new checks. Lights definitionally unlock a new check. They unlock the Triforce.
Yep.
Also, we have already found lights. In this seed, anyway.
Yep, they were just on Dante race.
Like, Dampe gave you a hookshot as a child, so he didn't have the normal really good reward for adults, so he got you a better thing. He just didn't want to disappoint you.
No, there was the other skull mask for Roar's hint. Game, can we please get can we stop getting repeats? I mean, we've seen most of our hits. We're still missing one Way of the Hero and 2 foolishes. That would be nice.
Yep,
Of course, lights are logically required to beat the game. You kind of can't kill Ganon without them. No, James. If 2 of the same item, this goes for bottles, bomb bags, slingshots, bows. You know, things that are basically interchangeable. If they're right next to each other and equally available, neither of them are Way of the Hero. So
this makes strengths an interesting Way of the Hero whenever they come up. That's why it's so complicated when we have strength as a potential Way of the Hero, because of the progressive nature of it.
yeah, like they are the progressive items are less likely to be confusing with multiple being Way of the Hero, since you tend to need more of them anyway with the progressives. Strengths, hookshots, the scales even to a lesser degree, like those are more likely to be Way of the Hero even when you get multiple in the same location. But you still see that. Choose on the go around city scrubs and nothing else. But so, like, I remember there was a weekly seed ages ago that had Dodongo's Cavern Way of the Hero, and both Fire Arrows and Din's Fire were equally available in it. Like,
Yep.
I think either Bombag was available, but they were both Stream Dunk or something. Like, they were equally available, and since both were equally available and the bow was somewhere reasonable to that seed, nothing ridiculous, I don't remember where, but it wasn't stupid. Because both Fire Arrows and Dins were equally available, as was the bow, that meant that Shadow had to be Way of the Hero, because the only thing that Din's Fire does that Fire Arrows doesn't is Shadow Temple.
Yep. Don't you just love logic?
Yeah.
Yep, as I said, Dampe wants to give you good stuff today.
So yes, that is. But yeah, I'd like to use Din's Fire Arrows one because they're very, very interchangeable in a lot of ways, but Shadow Temple is the one main exception. That and Shadow Trial 2, depending on the seed. There's very little else that differs between those two items.
Yep. But also, I have seen strengths ruled out as being Way of the Heroes because multiple were available in the same sphere. and that
Exactly.
lets us work out other things. So strengths can be an interesting way of the hero to get.
They can. Mind you, like, bottles are especially rare way to heroes because there are 4 of them, and if we do turn up Rudo's letter, it is available to turn in logic for an empty bottle. So even Rudo's letter would count as an empty bottle. If he can't turn Rudo's letter in, a bottle can be way up here, even if Rudo's is available, because Rudo's is full and you can't turn it in, but that's very rare. That's fairly rare. Not very rare, but it's uncommon at least.
Yeah, but you've got to love the seeds which have something rare happening with them.
Yeah, I mean, I did once roll a seed with Song of Storms Wave a Hero. The only thing that even looked vaguely interesting behind Storms was was it Bottle in the Well?
Oh no.
And the only thing that bottle locked was your first logical bomb bag on 40 skulls.
Oh wow. Like, that's pretty bad. Having a Ruthless Way of the Hero just for a bottle is bad.
Yeah. No, it was a regular. It was just regular Storms Wave here. I did this. I did it in a simulator. This was a 5.2 weekly setting seed, and just remember going, "What the heck is Storms Wave the hero?" There's a bottle and nothing else behind that bottle, and nothing else behind Storms. 40 skulls is a bomb bag, and that's the only thing that bottle can be Way of the Hero for. So 40 skulls versus bomb bag. Thanks, game.
Yep.
Gotta love it sometimes.
There's a reason that this game has a lot of replayability, and replayability is in just how mean it's feeling that day.
Yeah, this one's okay, just kind of dry, and the Way of the Heroes are a mess.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like watching dark clouds gather, but it hasn't started raining yet.
Yeah.
Also, notably, we did get a wallet.
Correct, so Fire Temple is very much a thing. We have a strength, well, hammer, long shot, wallet, bomb bag, Fire Temple, anyone? That's entirely a thing at this point.
Has anyone set up Adult Scarecrow yet? I don't think they have, because I don't think
no one's been
anyone's...
to Adult Lake.
Yeah.
But I do know that, I'm pretty sure Splendid Goomba, no pixel shot. There's probably a solid chance Aeronaut does. Unfortunately, I'm not sure Fabio does since he's a keyboard player.
I don't know. I think we might have seen Fabio do it before on stream.
It's possible. I know it's possible to do pixel shot on keyboard. FMZ Gun won a season 4 race by doing pixel shot on keyboard. It's just fairly difficult. So Fabio's good. I just don't know about that genuinely. And not a ding to his skills. It's just very hard on keyboard. I genuinely don't remember offhand.
Oh, hang on. There's Requiem of Spirit on Minuet check.
Ooh, curious.
So, hang on. We got Minuet of Forest from crossing into the
crater, which is very much in logic.
Yeah, it's in logic 2 ways, because we got the hook shot. No, it's only in logic 1 way. So yeah, we can't need Bolero for that.
No, Bolero's not required at this point.
Oh, hey, Ruto's.
Where was Rudo's? Oh, you're slightly ahead of me on Fabio, I think.
Oh, god damn it, sorry. Hey, that's at least I didn't say who found it.
Oh, it was obvious since none of the others are doing things that could be it. Fortress Wave the hero. Yeah, I think Papoon is Wave the hero. Thanks, game!
Yeah, I think that horseback archery might just have something, you know? Just maybe.
Yep.
I mean, it could technically, by all technicalities, be the rooftop chest. On the other hand, opponents is also Way of the Hero, probably.
Yeah. Alright, Storms of the Colossus is probably that Way of the Hero.
I just like the fact we got Song of Storms in the Desert Colossus, which I would note is Way of the Hero. So
yes.
We are definitely making rivers in the desert.
could be made for rooftop chest, but that still means it's... which would be curious for why the opponents is waiting here if it's rooftop chest, because we have long shot in logic to get the rooftop chest without opponents.
Yeah, it's probably horseback archery.
It really probably is. We're still missing our woolish hens, by the way. Nothing on the Colossus scrubs.
Yeah, which makes me think it's possibly that Storms. Which has its own fun implications.
Yeah, did anyone see what was on the Colossus arch? Because I completely missed it, and I'm just terrible at identifying it anyway.
I'm sorry I missed it because I was making a horrible pun reference. I am not sorry.
Ground jumping without bombs isn't really a thing, honestly. Bombs are an inherent part of ground jumping. Looks like Aeronaut's gonna reverse Wasteland to Fortress now, makes a ton of sense. Fabio with HB on keyboard, he's fine.
Like, all of these people on stream are amazing runners. Like,
Fabio and Aeronaut were both did very well in the Challenge Cup. Sponge here was second place in Season 4. Goomba's just a top-tier runner more generally. Even though he doesn't participate in as many standard tournaments, Goomba is very good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Aeronaut points out in the Wasteland.
I think Goomba does a lot of... Is this a lot of RSL or League that Goomba does?
More League. He's in the multi-world tourney. He was in a co-op tourney, I think tied for 4th in co-op, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
I mean, Sponge won the first multi-world tourney.
Yep.
With who was Sponge's team? It was
Riley and Namaha.
Riley and Namaha, yeah.
They have returned as for this year actually as well, the multi-world tourney.
Nice.
But yeah. Yeah, both Fabio and Aeronaut put up very good showings in this Challenge Cup. Sponge obviously second place in S4. Goomba just a consistently good runner.
Yeah, so...
Gooma's also a top-tier ALTTPR player as well.
So yeah, no one here is going to have any problems with horseback archery. No one's going to have issues.
Yeah, like, they all know the regular tricks. The only one I'm a bit unsure on is Pixel Set for Fabio, just because it's a pain on keyboard. No, Goomba did not do S4.
I'm surprised Goomba didn't do S4.
I don't know either. Goomba's of a skill level to place top 32, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, tournaments are stressful.
Yeah, they are. I recently finished participating in a tournament of my own, and it's been weird to be. It was weird to be on the runner side of things, I'll be honest. Boycotted S4? Yeah, something along those lines. Aeronaut's gonna do a setup here to get the rooftop chest from here with Longshot. Goomba might well be top 16-ish. Yeah, he's very good. Even if he has chosen to not participate in any main tournaments yet. Aeronaut... Might be looking up a setup. It's a little finicky to get this. You don't have to, but it's a nice time save if you get it. Instead of going all the way around. That looks good.
Oh, that's nice. That's very
And there we go. Yes, it was also Tanner, and S4 was in the middle of LT4 qualifying. Hi, Mirror Shield? Question mark?
Double Wave the Hero? Question mark?
No, it can't be for Eponas, but that's Spirit Temple.
So what we were saying, well, no, it might still be horseback archery. Fortress might just be loaded.
It might be, but that's not a good thing that Mirror Shield just showed up in Way of the Hero Fortress. We don't even have a bow, keep in mind.
It's not a good thing, but it's definitely a thing.
Yes, you know, Spirit Temple is a fire source from being full clearable. We have a slingshot, we have strength 2, we have ZL, we have longshot, we now have a mirror shield. We already fire source from full clearing Spirit Temple. That's not a good thing.
So basically we can full clear all dungeons.
Yeah, at this point we can. Not necessarily in logic, but we definitely can. You might be a fire source and or hover boots short from full clearing, and possibly that bow, but yeah, this really smells like an oops AD for item seed. Alright, Hammer Rocks is not it for our hammer potential way of the hero.
So I'm just going to put down on the first note of my interview notes, side-eyeing star? Side-eyeing way of the heroes?
Yeah, this is the seed of ambiguous way of the heroes. It reeks of AD, we still don't have a bow, which is a problem and a half.
But yeah, apparently someone said it was Blue Key on the Arch. Yes, we have done Death Mountain Crater Fairy. I can't remember what it was.
Dead. And about my only response to things is to just put in a, not my like least love emote. I meant to put in, because I can't type, my Starseed emote.
Oh, we have in no way done all of the hammer checks given Fire Temple.
No, outside of Fire we've done.
Oh, outside of Fire? No.
We've done Hammer Rocks, we've done the Crater Fairy, we've done the Crater Scrubs. GTG is useless, that's about everything, yeah.
I missed the Equator Scrubs.
Yeah, there was a chew pack in it, and that's about it.
Oh, that would be why I didn't remember it. There was nothing there.
Yeah, well, there was a chew pack in the Goron City Scrubs and the chew pack in the Crater Scrubs. You probably thought they were the same thing.
I probably thought they were exactly the same thing.
Because if you're not paying that much attention, because, you know, it's a bit of a snooze, yeah, you just yawned. You know Nocturne is still missing. That's probably a nice cavern.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Anyone done fake Norman Fire yet? No. Alright, so for reference, there was a recent random settings leak released the other day, where our beloved Zohar, I just watch the clip.
I'm gonna watch it.
This was a quad damage, by the way.
No.
Reference.
Oh no, I see what's going to happen.
Iron Boots in the Kokiri Storms. That explains why Storms is way of the hero.
Oh yes, and also we have Sponge going into
Ice
Sora's
Cavern.
Domain.
Yeah, this will probably be Ice Cavern. But yes, that clip is...
Actually, I would have definitely considered doing Fog Warp here.
Maybe, but yeah. The giggles are great for that clip. A bunch of us were watch partying that race in a voice channel, and we just all busted out laughing at Zophar. Don't die to fake doors, people.
I mean, it is an accurate representation of real life where I know plenty of people who have been hit in the face with doors and regretted it.
Oh, Goron City is foolish. Gee, thanks. Very helpful after they full cleared Goron City. Great hit. Or Sponge. Just a bit late, I'd say. Here, almost an hour in. Yeah,
I'm surprised no one went for back with Lake hints, given our hints have not exactly been handy right now.
No, Blastag, the person that played Storms instead of Suns and got hugged by the Red Ed, which did kill him.
We did
Yeah.
3 hugs.
Sorry, but no, I just laughed so hard at my stomach.
Hang on.
So far on that
Look
clip.
at Sponge's screen.
That's hover boots on the iceberg. Fire is full. It was potentially full clearable at this point. We're getting there, although we still don't have a bow, which is our perpetual problem. Where the hell's this bow?
Yeah, but the thing is, Ruto's letter was in forest, so that's an important hand-in, and not just for jabbing, but for Ice Cavern as well.
Yes, it is. It is in logic for Sponge. King Zora skipped, but it is in logic. Also, 1 bottle ice. Fun.
Nobody likes 1 bottle ice.
No, which does remind me you need to take bottle off the Wave the Hero list, so it is just a Pono song for Pose or HBA.
Did we find another bottle? Yes.
Yeah, Ruto's letter is
of course.
trainable. Yeah, no, so far it's just a dank score. He can't bomb bag. Us in the results channel were just yelling at him about it.
Water for bow does seem very possible.
Yes, it does, depending on the layout.
No, the grotto in Gerudo Fortress is a fairy grotto. Gerudo Valley might have the bow, yeah.
Well, we saw the Valley Scrubs, they were useless.
Ah, okay. I am super not being able to pay attention today. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's just really hot.
I don't think we're getting a first bow in Ganon's. We're a long way from that right now. Like, we only have 2 medallions of... We only have 1 medallion available right now, and that's DC. We can't even get into Shadow Temple. Whether or not we can beat water is questionable, as Goomba finds his long shot. We definitely can't beat forest without that bow. Deku's not available, and Jabu we don't have a rank for.
I mean,
Nocturne is probably in ice.
Be able to complete water. It seems unlikely at this point that either bow is really small, because otherwise there's just not enough stuff.
No.
I mean, unless it's in bottom of the well.
Yeah, which it could be. Storms is confirmed by the hero for Iron Boots in the Kokiri Storms Bravo, but it could be for this. Hey Chaos, welcome into what the heck's our way of a hero? Is the scene.
Well, at least the desert of the hero.
Yeah, so we've got confusing way of heroes. AD is Bolero, confirmed to be dead. On the other hand, oh right, thank you. Iron Boots. Oh, Iron Boots do help clear up the Kokiri way of the hero. The hammer is less likely the way of the hero since that mirror shield, since those Iron Boots turned up. We also haven't seen the second bomb back, so that bomb back is still way of the hero. But yeah, mirror shield is yeah, Sphere Zero hammer staring you in the face. Mirror Shield is Kid's Castle is just looming. That hammer is a bad news, and we still don't know what Aponos is way of the hero for.
I mean, horseback archery still just seems too likely to pass up, but it could.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The problem is, where's our bow?
Yeah, bow is basically what everything is hinging on right now. Where the hell is it?
Yeah. Also, happy 1 hour, everyone.
Oh, we've been here for an hour?
Yes, we have. The bonus is waving the hero for either HB or pose, and we can't tell which because we can't do either of those things without a bow.
Bow and Fire Temple would make sense.
It really would. Also, let's shout out to our runners since we put out some shout outs at the hour mark here. Shout outs to our runners Aeronaut, Sponge, Fabio, and Goomba, to my co-commentator Estantia, and to our 4 trackers, Case Ninja, McPaula, Ginger Sunny, and Jojoman. And I will put both of my emotes in chat. One to thank our volunteers, the other to comment on the seat.
And also, shout-outs, of course, to my fellow co-commentator and today's restreamer who rolled this mess, Star.
Yeah. I'd like to say, so logic is one of my favorite parts of OOTR, and of any rando really, is figure out what does the game want you to do. I suck at playing the game, but I sure love logic. Just generally, I love puzzles and all that.
Oh yeah, same.
So,
same.
So since I love logic, I roll funky logic. I mean, if I want to commentate funky logic, I need to be able to roll it for them as well. There's Nocturne and a scale in the last chest of Ice Cavern.
Why is there a scale there? Star?
I'm not sure. Also, GG's to Bro, who apparently, in Brother Doze, who apparently won the MMR call earlier today. GG's.
Nice.
Lab dive isn't a possibility. We know that we do have iron boots, so it's not hard locking anything since the letter spot was a rupee of some sort.
Also, can we just shout out to Fabio getting a beautiful glitchless room here?
Oh, absolutely.
On keyboard. And of course, this is the point where their internet stops.
Yep. Back to the freeze frames. Well, seems to be okay for right this moment, but yeah. Fabio, one of our top keyboard runners, alongside FMZ Gun, Alfalfa Field, a Goldfish is pretty good. We have multiple good keyboard warriors.
Yeah, and just being able to do that room with glitchless jumps is beautiful. Knowing it's being done on the keyboard just makes it even better.
Yeah, he has a bomb bag and a shield, he's just showing off. Lavelle's been a snooze, which is why I haven't said anything about Goomba being in it.
Sponge is getting bullied.
Aeronaut's doing the first part of Forest, which we've already seen. Doesn't have a bow, so we're not seeing anything new. And Sponge is getting storms.
Yeah,
River Storm Spreadow is a thing, yes.
I'm not quite sure how Sponge ended up just like 5 minutes behind everyone else.
I know he spent more time as child.
He did, but I don't know why.
I don't remember either, I'll be honest. He just... Yeah, 4 runners, 4 different dungeons, as Fabio picks up that skill and Nocturne and goes to get us some blue fire for King Zora. He cleared Domain as child, that would be... Yeah, that would be why.
So that means we didn't have anything good in Child Zora's Domain.
Nope, it was absolutely useless. There's the other scale. Well, basement, okay. Yeah, well, probably be. Lab Dive could have something, but no guarantees.
Yeah, with that gold scale, it doesn't change whether Irons is more or less likely to be Way of the Hero.
No, Irons are confirmed Way of the Hero for confirming both our Storms and Kokiri Way of the Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, we already had Kokiri Way of the Hero confirmed in at least some fashion. We've still not found another bomb bag.
Nope. It's actually kind of surprising we haven't found a second bomb bag, and now we're in. There's the other frogs too, dead hint. Where is our third Foolish anyway?
That's my secret star. There are no foolish areas.
Hey Kuiper, yeah, we've got ambiguous Way of the Heroes that are starting to get less ambiguous, but still funky. No, we did see a second Foolish, and Goron City was entered Foolish in Zora's Fountain.
Yeah, this is a seed. Hi Kuiper.
So all skulls are dead while I'm looking at it.
Did we just see 20 then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have some concerning Way of the Hero options. And by concerning, we mean Epolis' Way of the Hero, but we've got the long shot, so it can't just be access to Fortress and the desert. So naturally, it's either pose or horseback archery. And then we get Gerudo's Fortress Way of the Hero, and it's like, great, that just basically confirms it's horseback. Why is there a mirror shield on the rooftop chest?
Especially because our bow is completely MIA. There's another bomb bag on Skull Kid.
That was Saria's song.
Composer agreed with Zeal in the Windmill. That is not bomb locked.
So, hammer or irons?
Yep. Well, guaranteed irons, possibly hammer. There's the other copy of the Goron City Foolish hint for Aeronaut and Remote Prado. I had to look to see which one that was before I update the Kokiri Foolish made here to remove that bomb bag off the list, because we definitely don't. That is not a Way of the Hero bomb bag. Saria song was available for that Skull Kid. So yeah, ambiguous Way of the Heroes again.
And Well just hasn't had anything, has
No,
apart from that scale.
Yeah, but that's not it. And yeah, Goomba, unfortunately, full clearing Goron City because he hasn't seen the hint. It's Remote Grotto and Fountain. And I was wondering what was in the coffin earlier because I missed it. Saw something kind of brown, but wasn't sure what it was. Just some shoes.
Oh look, there it is. There's the bow. And there's the bow right next to the fire arrows. Fabio, which grotto are you in?
River Scrubs, you're ahead of me.
Oh god damn it, not again.
You're ahead of everyone else too, apparently.
Sorry.
No, you reported the bow before I even saw him go in the grotto. It was so still a delay.
Yeah, I've just refreshed again.
Fabio just entered forest on my end.
In all fairness, I didn't know where he was, and Fabio's stream is just time warping in all directions.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Fabio's internet's not the greatest thing in the world. There's a command to explain why Fabio may or may not be buffering at various points in time, because it's not his fault, it's just bad internet that we can't do anything about. It does seem to have stabilized a fair bit. It was quite bad early on.
Gold scale definitely not for anything. We just saw that dive.
Yep. And welcome in, Zoe Zolotova, rating of the party of 46. Welcome in, Zoe. Zoe, the main MMR dev, actually, rating over to this. Hope you're doing well, Zoe, and raiders. We have ourselves the weekly raids here. We've got some funky Way of the Heroes and some interesting item placements. We finally just saw our first bow about a minute ago from Fabio's side. That's going to help eventually clear up our Way of the Heroes, which are a giant mess at the moment. Speaking of, Aeronauts and Water Temple.
Yes, the slightly concerning thing is that Kokiri Forest is Way of the Hero. In Kokiri Forest, we found a Sphere Zero bomb bag, a Sphere Zero hammer, and a distinctly not Sphere Zero set of iron boots. The bomb bag is not Way of the Hero. Fire Temple is a stone, but no other hammer checks have had anything. And iron boots are needed for water, which is also not Way of the Hero, but hey, at least it's a medallion, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, Spirit is also a stone, and we found the mirror shield in a Way of the Hero location.
Yeah, by the way, actually, that bow and fire arrows guarantees that both fire and spear are full clearable. Game? Well, actually, no, we still don't have a magic meter correction. Fish Spirit might not be clearable yet because we still don't have magic. Bips!
And now you see why we're side-eyeing Miss Seeds quite as much as we are.
Yes, indeed, as I put my Star Seed emote in chat again, because this seed deserves it. It's the kind of seed that I created this emote for.
Yep.
Because
We're
I am
on a
known
star
for spaghetti
special.
seeds like this.
Also, just a lovely note. Aeronaut's mirror shield colour is beautiful.
Oh, that is a gorgeous blue one, yeah.
Yep, we know that Lab Dive isn't anything though, Coolbot Gaming.
Oh. Sponge is checking the SFM scrubs, which is new. No, Iron Boots is just Storms leads to Irons and our first bow is the main two things, because that bow was probably way over here the rate we're going. Oh, water BK is available on the cracked wall. Water is completable then?
I did say I suspected it might be. And we see Gumbo picking up their bow. This is, of course, it's another Star special, Brando. Why would you expect anything else with Star on commentary and restream?
Yeah, it is my first time on the weekly in an actual month, so it's nice to be back.
And yet you thank us for being back with this. I mean, actually, that sounds about accurate. Wait,
I mean, Chat loves these seeds. I think Chat's happy to get a Star Seed again for the first time in a while. The rudder is not so much, I think.
I mean, fair point. Also, was that just a bomb bag, or was this a wallet just sitting on that pillar halfway down river?
I didn't catch it. I mean, I assume they would have picked it up by now if it was something good. But
oh yeah, no, it's not 50 skulls, and we have a Gerudo training ground Baron, just to confuse everyone.
Yeah, that was one of our most earliest sources of confusion with our opponents being the hero. Is it's not for GTG, that's obvious, so what is it for?
Oh, it's just an actual bomb, not a bomb bag, just an actual bomb.
Thank you for clarifying. Speaking of bombs, Sponge did find a bomb bag, which is in logic without explosives off Skull Kid. Yeah, and the bonus isn't for Mirror Shield either, because we have that long shot. We can finally sort out what our wave hero bonus is for by tracking down with that bow now. Next question though, what is opponent's way of the hero for? We're not missing a ton of items per se. We're missing, let's see, rank, a carry sword,
magic,
magic.
Dins.
Yeah, we need it for Shadow Temple.
So there's a few things we still need.
Yeah. But
it seems like magic is a distinct possibility.
Indeed. Speaking of magic, Sphero's win for Sponge, which would be a lot more useful if we could actually use it.
Yeah, that's true. The carry sword.
Alright, since I'm kind of in the mood for it, I'm gonna put up a prediction. Is opponent's wave of the hero for pose or HBA?
Ooh. Ooh.
Goomba setting up for a King Zora skip as Fabio heads for the falling ceiling chest in Aura's Temple.
I see. I mean, I'm just betting on loaded Gerudo Fortress.
Oh yeah, but if it's if it's not HBA, then we get into the fun situation of Mirror Shield Way of the Hero.
I mean, yes, but also I am very much in favour of going. So this, everyone, is why you fall clear your goddamn Way of the Heroes.
Yeah, HBA means horseback archery. I'm keeping it short to make it read it easily. It could be both, in which case I'm just going to refund your points, but yeah.
Oh no, Kawari's betting it all.
Oh no, Kawari.
Oh no.
Alright, Morpho's down for Aeronaut while we were discussing him. He didn't find anything in there. I think he found a slingshot somewhere, but that's about it. Apparently, yeah. And there's bow and fire arrows for Sponge.
Nice. By the way, this is a reminder given to me by my boyfriend, who has been wonderful and got me another glass of water.
Hail, hydrate!
Remember to hydrate.
It's pretty reckless for a scrub to have fire arrows, lol. But alright, that is Aeronaut's second medallion. We still can't get 2 more, well, we can get Forest now, though Aeronaut doesn't have a bow yet. But we are short on medallions for our Ganon's Castle wave of the hero.
Oh, okay, so what do we actually have available? Also High Wings.
We have 3 medallions available in Forest, Water, DC. We do not have a 4th. We don't have Kokiri Sword, we don't have Dins, and we don't have Magic, and we don't have a Ring.
Yeah. That's true, this is the SR2, so people on here don't tend to have as many points. Mm-hmm. So yeah, may as well best them all.
Yeah, Forest Temple's been pretty much a snooze for Fabio as well. There was nothing interesting in it so far. You know, it's a good thing that it's a good thing that they spawned in Kakariko to make Dante digging easier, because Sunsong is locked behind Shadow Temple today. They're not getting that for a while.
Yeah. I mean, everyone does have their long shot, I believe, so we're fine.
Yes.
But
I think a big part of that is because they spawned in CAC. If they hadn't, absolutely. They would. I think there would be some people missing their long shot right now because, well, Sunsong behind Shadow Temple.
Also, can I just shout out how lazy the sparrows are? They're not even sitting on the Buggy Nibbles feeder. They're just queuing up in the bush so that they can lean over rather than just landing on it.
Lol.
It is too warm. I mean, they were queuing really politely. Very British sparrows.
Mm-hmm. Alright, see ya.
Good on you, Brotinda. Good on you, Brotinda Dose. Go get some vitamin D. Being outside is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can take us with you, even better, but not everyone can.
Nope, it's cloudy where I am. We might get thunderstorms later again. Hopefully it doesn't knock out my internet again.
Oh, trust me, if I didn't need to use my desktop computer for this, I would 100% be commentating from the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I then wouldn't be able to see the screen, but...
Yeah. Alright, Sponge is in Fortress. I can't actually tell if he has bow due to the fact that his personal tracker is a bit obstructed. Becky, he does have a bow, so we have fun. And we can actually see HBA for the first time from Sponge.
Ooh.
Looks like Forest Temple was a real snooze from Fabio.
I mean, yeah, that's because Fabio's stream stopped.
Well, no, his tracker doesn't have anything on it either, so...
I mean, that's fair. Okay, yes, it's night time for you, Ross, but it might still be warm. And getting fresh air is still good for people.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and well, speaking of nighttime, it is night for Sponge, so HBA is gonna have to wait a bit since he currently can't do that since it's nighttime.
Oh, is Sponge likely to bail though?
I mean, let's see, he should have seen the Fortress wave, the hero hint. He has storms out of Colossus, so he has that hint. But he might be going, what the heck, at that mirror shield. Oh, you're kidding. Is Terra not now time warping? You've got to be kidding me. Hitting refresh.
Oh, good grief, not again.
Actually, I'm just refreshing everyone because the delays have gotten ridiculous.
I mean, that's fairness in Nintendo. Do make allowances for your local weather.
Yeah, also, probably, I probably should have toggled sync off on Fabio by now. Whoops, doing that now. Oh, yeah, refresh your... Oh, hey, refresh your comms page, by the way, it's down here, so we hopefully are a little bit better synced.
I mean, they did all refresh for me when you did the refresh, but I've now reloaded anyway.
Alright, is it pose? Nope, it's HPA.
Maybe, hopefully. If it's
Well,
not
it has to
either,
be.
then
There's nothing else to
something's
pose
gone
this way for.
Yes, Kawari, I will steal your channel points. I mean, hi. I'm a perfectly normal and not evil commentator. Horseback archery is HBA.
Yeah. We clearly should have bet on Link's catalog. No, Tanoran Longshot is very, very accessible. The hookshots were down picking in DC. Bomb bag was fear 0. Strength was fear 0.
Yeah. In this particular case, yeah, we know it has to be horseback archery because there's nothing else that a opponent can be with the hero for.
Yeah, because Frogs 2, I should note, is also dead. And no cows are not on.
Thank goodness. I mean, if horseback archery gives nothing,
I need to file a bug report.
If horseback archery gives nothing, then something has gone very, very strange. And in all fairness, it's going to be hilarious watching our reactions if there's nothing on horseback archery.
Well, there's I need to file a bug report if it's nothing on HBA.
I mean, that or we've just missed something with the bottle logic or something.
No, Riddle's letter was perfectly accessible. It's the first chest in forests. Minio was in the crater. Again, explosives were free and hookshot were free.
We have VXR. We saw Ruto's letter.
Yep. And we can turn it in because ZL was free as well. So, yeah. ZL, explosives, hookshot were all sphere 0. So, yeah, that Ruto's letter is perfectly available as a second bottle. And it's not, the bottle didn't lock much of anything anyway either, so. No, that's not it.
It's not a bow lock bow. There we go. There we go. That was a bit weird. Like, did you just have a moment of, wait, hang on?
Yeah, that's a funny one. Thanks, game. Alright, so, thank you. Boo locked boo, everyone. Thanks, game.
And a rank, so we do not have to file a bug report or question our own sanity or anything.
Yeah. These Wave the Heroes are such a roller coaster, it's great.
I mean, yeah.
Ring and a bow, Tobbletuck.
Well, I guess that explains part of why the bow was so hard to bloody find.
One of them was inaccessible. Kokiri Sword Dens and Magic. So, Kokiri Sword Dens or Magic in Ganon's Castle, we are slowly starting to get there.
I mean, have we actually needed... Okay, yeah, we do need Iron Boots for Water Temple, but I still kind of want to see... Fire, to see if Hammer has anything not behind us in Fire.
Yeah. So our ambiguous Wave of Heroes are not so ambiguous now. Still a bit,
We don't know if Mirror Shield is bait or not. It might be, it might not.
Yeah, so how Wave of Hero hints work is, so when the seed is generated with Explorer, there is a list of Wave of Hero locations generated. Basically, the game checks to see, removes an item from the seed and checks if it's still beatable. If it's not, it goes on the Wave of Hero list. So in this case, and then the Wave of Hero hints draw from that list of Wave of Hero items. So the more Wave of Hero items that are in an area, the more likely it is that an area will be hinted Wave of the Hero, because there's multiple chances out of 12 or 15 or whatever the number of Wave of the Hero items is to be hinted. So yeah, it's not guaranteed. We do have confirmed not wonky Wave of the Heroes in both Fortress and Kokiri, but that Hammer and that Mirror Shield do remain concerning.
And in all fairness, it wouldn't be an OOTRC if we didn't have at least something that was concerning.
Yes. I mean, it's just random, honestly. Fabio is also in Fortress with a bow, so we'll also be able to get his rang.
The question is, how quickly will they go back to Jabu?
They would like to find the Kokiri sword first, but at the same time, that is also their Ganon's Castle access finally. So
well, they'll probably want to do water first.
Yeah, they do water, go Child, do Deck, because normally you'd want to chain Deku and Jabu together, but with Ganon's Castle Wave the hero and Jabu being your 4th medallion, you go do Jabu and leave Deku for another cycle. Because you want your Ganon's Wave the hero at this point.
Oh, absolutely, but everyone is going to do water first, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely. You do water first, and then you go Deck, Jabu, and then you go Ganon's.
And forest.
Oh, well, yes, that too.
Ara hasn't done forest, I think.
No, he is not, because Era doesn't have a bow yet, actually. It's a bigger problem.
I mean, that would stop you from doing forest, yeah.
He did the front, but he obviously can't do the back. Yeah, speaking of forest, double forest, everyone. Get resident sleepers in chat. We've already seen this from Fabio. There was nothing interesting in it. It happened. That's about all I could say because
It happened.
News.
I'm going to be interested to see if Fabio doesn't tend to do interesting reactions on stream. But I'm wondering how many people worked out that Rang had to be here. Probably everyone. We know that.
Well, Rang or Kokiri Sword is most likely here since we need Ganon's Castle access somehow. Yeah, let her in the first chest of forest, and that was it. Let's see if this is Venice news. Very clean 1580 off HBA 1500 for Fabio.
Yep, we said that he would have no trouble, and he has had no trouble.
Yep. Nice 980 on the way through the first time, and then the pot's on the way back. Perfect. And there's his Rang. So at this point, I think we might be able to put Aeronaut a bit behind. Fabio and Sponge and Goomba are pretty close. Goomba's further ahead in Forest, but they're close. And then Fabio's just picked up Rang, but in the end has done Forest. So I think this might be in the best spot right now out of the 4.
Yeah. So
Aeronaut's behind due to not getting that bow just yet. Unfortunately, that's the main thing for Aeronaut. He has done Water, but Water is a lot shorter than Forest is.
Yep. And because the runners are certainly going to be salty, I should remind people, if you're hydrating, make sure that you're not low on salt as well. And if you are ever doubting whether you might be low on salt, just put like a little bit of like just pure salt on your hand and lick it. If the salt tastes good, you need more salt. If the salt tastes bad, you're fine. Not that I have ever had to basically just find an eating venue in a field, dump some salt in my hand, licked it and gone, oh, whoops. Yeah, electrolytes are important for staying not dead as well.
Yeah, welcome to CSR, where we is random commentary where we discuss a wide variety of topics, not just random.
Yeah, like the best thing for it is oral rehydration solution because sugar is also useful.
Yep.
But oral rehydration solution I can never remember the proportions of, and just getting some salt out of a salt shaker is pretty accessible for most people.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to CSR. It's a running joke over on the Zelda 2 rando community that we do math and discuss interior decorating for that rando.
Oh, I mean, I'm happy to discuss interior decorating, but we're actually seeing Fabio going to water, I believe, here. So
yeah, we did see it earlier from Aeronaut. Beat boss keys in the cracked wall. There was not much else interesting in it. He didn't full clear the place, but that's fine, honestly. Without a bow, he couldn't really full clear the place. But yeah, yeah, so Zelda 2 Rando among a wide variety of other things is palette swaps. So we have a lot of fun discussing your interior decorating and what kind of sometimes very awful on the eyes colors do we have today.
I mean, interior decorating wise, we're actually doing a bit of painting in my new house, so. But more importantly, I'm trying out watermelon jerky.
That's
I have no idea what it's going to taste like.
Neither do I. That sounds rather interesting, actually. And yes, chat, we're going off on tangents because we're not seeing anything beyond.
Okay, that is not what I expected, but it's nice. It's watermelon marinated in an interesting solution. It's nice. It's weird, but it's nice.
Huh.
It's slightly sticky, slightly sweet. Yeah, I'm surprised and impressed.
Oh, now I need to look this up.
I'm not sure they deliver to America. I mostly know them as being in the UK.
I mean, I'm just curious what it is. There's probably something that sells watermelon jerky in the US as well.
No, the company that does it is Cowley's Fine Food. They do like all sorts of fruit leathers as well, but this is specifically watermelon jerky rather than fruit leather. It is super interesting. I think it's got treacle in. Oh, we're actually going to see Jabu. Hang on, we've got something new happening.
No, we don't. Rain Chest is dead. Barrel doesn't have a ring.
Look, I tried, okay?
Yeah, no. As far as my side, I've actually been, so I picked up some Jamaican jerk marinade from my local grocery store a bit back, and I've been, I cooked up some chicken thighs in that yesterday, and it's really tasty stuff. Jamaican jerk, I'm not sure what exactly is in it, but it's a combination of spices and chilies and whatnot, and it tastes really, really good.
Oh,
makes my kitchen smell delicious too. Like, it's really good stuff. I highly recommend trying it. It's not overly spicy, but it's got just the right amount of spice for me.
Yeah, I do like jerk seasoning. It is very tasty.
Oh yeah.
There's a nice Jamaican restaurant near where one of my boyfriends used to live. Oh goodness, the halloumi.
Mm-hmm. One of the other things I recently tried out is there's an Ethiopian restaurant not pretty much right down the street from where I live right now. And they have I finally checked them out. I've been living here for a little while now, but I just was too lazy to go eat out there. And I finally got around to checking them out the other day, and it was very, very good. Enormous portions. I ended up taking half of it home for the next day because I couldn't finish the whole thing. But really, really good. Like, they have a whole lot of spices. It's very well seasoned. Meat was cooked beautifully.
Ooh, that does sound good.
And it came with this. You're supposed to eat it with your hands using this kind of sour flatbread called injeri that comes with it, and it's a bit messy, but it's also really good. Like, the flatbread paired really well with the food, helped cut through the spices because it's pretty rich.
Yep, that pretty much matches the profile of most of the Ethiopian food I've tried. Oh no, Gumbo is not having a good time with the torch strap with this Gerudo guard.
Not at all. Bad bot, by the way, for the flush command. But yeah, the Ethiopian food was really good. I'd never tried it, but
oh no, it is foolish. It's just for some reason it wasn't paying attention.
The bot decided to be stupid. I never did find out they're foolish. It's probably by the Deku backlink or something.
I'm guessing the Deku Tree must be our third foolish then, or something like it. Maybe Jabu?
I don't even know. Yeah, blame Trez as well, because I had to yell at Trez over a couple different things earlier while trying to set up the stream. because I stayed up to nearly midnight streaming the new Skyward Sword remake. We also ended up discussing the Skyward Sword remake for like half an hour in the race room as well. I had like 10, 15 minutes. It's been a lot of, but yeah, since I stayed up a little bit late and I woke up like right before the race room was supposed to be open, Trez did the race room for me and then forgot to ping for it in the race channel and didn't make me race monitor, so I had to go yell at him about that. Yell at him about not pinging, yell at him over not making me a race monitor, and then yell at him over a couple other odds and ends that he goofed to. I've actually quite enjoyed the remake so far. I only got through the intro because I really suck at the game. It's not the controls, I just suck. And I've had a really good time actually. Though I've never played Skyward Sword. It is one of the very few Zelda games I can do a mostly blind playthrough of. It's kind of hard to do a true blind playthrough of any Zelda game at this point, because being involved with ZSR, you end up seeing speedruns and randos of most Zelda games, so it's hard to do a true blind playthrough of anything anymore for me. But Skyward Sword is about as close as I'm ever going to get.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
But I've quite enjoyed it. Skyward Sword's been a lot of fun.
I like the motion controls, apart from the fact that, you know, our controllers wouldn't actually recognise Skyward Strike, but I actually really quite liked the motion controls. On the other hand, the imprisoned can get in a bin and it can stay there.
Yeah, I've been playing with the motion controls, and it's been mostly because I just really suck at video games. My problem was with the motion controls. The motion controls I find to be pretty intuitive. I end up just swinging my arm wildly for the sword because I can't, because again I suck at video games. But I think that'll come with time. I will get less terrible at the game. Unfortunately, I'm terrible at the game. And that's just me. That has nothing to do with the controls. I think the controls are actually quite fine, and I do actually like how the motion controls have proven to be fairly intuitive for me once I, and for my Joy-Cons are just a little bit sensitive, especially the joysticks, which has been my problem. It's a personal problem that my controls are a little too sensitive, but I'm fine otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, that's perfectly reasonable. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I highly recommend it. Ignore the fact that I suck at the game and my controls are a little funky. It's a really nice game.
Yeah, I have some comments I can make about the game design, but I am not doing that while we are doing an OTR stream.
Yeah, and it's to each their own as far as Zelda games. They're all different, and personal preference.
And I don't want to spoil you.
Yeah, like I was thinking about perhaps picking up the Skyward Sword. I just done it previously, but then I realized I heard the remake there was going to be a remake. I decided to just try and by and large avoid any spoilers. I've seen a bit of the Rando, but not a whole lot, and the Rando is quite a bit different from the vanilla game. It's also been a hot minute since I've seen the Rando, which helps. I know like a little bit about like the very basic premise of the story, but I know nothing of the particulars, so it's been really fun to find that out. I will admit, there's really, really obvious romantic implications between Link and Zelda in that game, and I'm not a fan personally.
I quite like it because there's one of the times where they actually were explicit, and also I quite like the idea of different Links do have different relationships with their Zeldas, which is always nice.
Yeah, I just personally don't care a whole lot for a ton of really, frankly, ridiculously obvious romantic subtext. As someone who, I'm a romantic and asexual, so that kind of thing is just rare, honestly, personally, just because, like, I'd rather not it's a little bit obvious, at least in the early game of Skyward Sword, that there's some very obvious implications, I'd say, and, not personally a huge fan, but that's also just me.
Oh, yeah, but like, interestingly, Skyward Sword is the most romantic I've ever seen Link, and Breath of the Wild is the least, is the most ace person I have seen in a video game in a while. But yeah, I like how the different Links have different personalities.
Oh yeah, no, it is interesting. Like, this OOT's Link and this game Zelda / Sheik spoilers is a very interesting one as well. They're cute together. I just personally, as someone whose arrow ways I just don't particularly feel like having romance shoved in my face, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I absolutely love the romance theme. It's just I don't care for getting shoved in my face because it's a little bit too obvious for my personal taste. Alright, back to the game. Anna Lake was useless. Fabio's going child. We're about to see Jabu and then Ganon's castle in another 10 minutes or so.
I'm just interested in the fact that Goomba did take the time to sort out Adult Scarecrow, admittedly because they're checking Adult Lake Hylia. But that, I wonder if they are likely to go into fire. But then again, it looks like the hints about fire and spirit might just have been a load of bait.
It might be, but I could definitely see some people ending up in those places today with the booze not the greatest of locations in the world, honestly, on river storms.
Wait.
How? Did Fabio not pick Lab Roof?
How did they do Lab Dive but not Roof?
Fabio! I know he was literally just there and he didn't do the Lab Roof. I could have thought it was dead because of that, but
same.
Fabio?
Maybe not. Maybe they didn't get Scarecrow.
Like, I mean, he did adult fishing. That's the problem.
Why did he not do Lab Roof?
No, because here's the thing. I know Fabio did adult fishing. If he can do adult fishing, he can do Lab Roof. What the heck? Fabio.
Well, that's a note going on the sheet.
Yeah, I just wrote it down on the notes sheet. Fabio did adult fishing and lab dive after water, but not Lab Roof. Fabio. I really hope for his sake second magic is available, because I don't think he's going back for that magic anytime soon.
That earned a double question mark.
There are quite a few question marks for me because I'm confused. The magic meter is on the Lab Roof. Fabio skipped it, apparently. I could have sworn he did adult fishing, and I know he did lab dive, so I'm not sure why he skipped that.
He even did shoot the sun after doing water.
Even though that was hinted dead, yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't hinted dead. I'm mixing up seeds. Oops. But yeah, he just skipped that. Fabio. Face palm. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. I'm not sure why he skipped it, but that's unfortunate. Hopefully Sponge doesn't forget Lab Roof. I don't remember what Aeronaut did when he was in Adult Lake doing the Water Temple, because he doesn't have that magic meter either. That's another thing to note. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Is the Ganon's Castle Way of the Hero in Light Trial?
It could be.
I'm gonna set a prediction for that, since why not?
But why did... But yeah, Anna should have got it as well. Have we got a restream of people just... brain
farting Lab Roof? Question mark? Can someone check if Aeronaut did adult fishing? Because I actually don't remember, honestly. Alright, 5-minute predictions. Is the Ganon's Castle Way of the Hero in Light Trial? No, Serenade's the other song left behind Shadow. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go Vibe Dive Aeronaut's Spot to see what he did in Adult Lake, because he doesn't have that magic either. That's not good. Needed to go dive. There's this. Okay, Sponge at least is not forgetting Lab Roof. Thank you.
I mean, that's good because, like, if Sponge or Goomba did, they would absolutely never let the other one forget it.
Oh, goodness, no. Alright, thought diving Aeronaut's Spot to see if I can track down whether or not he did Lab Roof, because I don't remember.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, sure. Okay, sure, Sponge. Sure, we see your memery. Apparently, Sponge is just chanting "Free Henry," which is the shark in the lab dive.
Well, okay. Poking into the VOD, into Aeronaut's VOD, but he did lab dive before Water Temple, but doesn't appear to have touched lab roof or adult fishing.
Okay, so they might at least go back to that, but Fabio, I reckon,
I also don't remember if Aeronaut did Child Lake, so that Beam / Pier might be an issue, which would be part of why he hasn't done it yet. I hope it's the case, because I hope he's not missing his magic key either, because that's a never finding. That's for Fabio. That's never getting found, unfortunately.
Yeah, that could be really bad for Fabio because he probably thinks that he did it.
Well, I would think I did it too. Unfortunately, he hasn't. I'm unsure why, but yeah.
I mean, why would you think you've not done it if you've done adult fishing?
Right. Saw that. Yeah, okay, double checking Fabio's VOD. For a couple odds and ends. Because I admittedly don't remember if he set Pier either, because I know he did adult fishing by filling the lake after Water Temple, I'll admit, so it might just be that he just didn't have Pier set either, or the Bean.
Oh, that might be it. That's more understandable.
That might be the case, but that still remains unfortunate that he's missing that magic meter, because it's still orphaned, unfortunately, for him. No matter what his reasoning is for skipping it, it's orphaned, unfortunately, for him, which feels bad.
I mean, okay, so there could be a potential interesting thing, which is if they get tunneled into fire, he might come back for Pierre and then get the a lab roof on the way.
Yeah, that might be my Yeah, because I will admit I have no idea who has and hasn't gone Child Lake, which might be part of the shenanigans for Aeronaut and Fabio, which would explain it, unfortunately, because if you don't go Child Lake, you're not planting the bead and you're not getting Pierre.
Yep. Also, hi Pink.
PKR. Still, should be. And, well, okay, that's a bit more understandable. I had a bit of a brain fart. I forgot that Fabio did adult fishing by finishing Water Temple. Usually you do
that does make more sense.
Roof together, but yeah, finishing water would explain adult fishing because I had a brain fart. Unfortunately,
wrong adult lake check.
Unfortunately, it just means lab roof is orphaned no matter, even if the reasoning says the reasoning's fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't help Fabio because that's just he's done everything else in the area. Unfortunately, he's done water. He doesn't really want to go back for like the 2 items left in it or something. It's just kind of math to go back there. He's done lab. He's done fishing, lab dive, like shoot the sun.
He hasn't done Hyrule Field Grottos.
He did them on the way to water.
Oh, really? Oh, buggers.
Yeah. Also, yeah, don't mind his internet. It's not great. We'll see Jabu from Goomba anyway, so we'll see what the items are that Fabio's picking up. Oh yeah, we'd love to have you back, PKR. Igara here, also a top tier runner, perhaps I think the best female runner in all of OTR. PKR placed, once I can find the challenge, I don't want to sound like an idiot, 3rd place in Season 4, one of the very strong runner, also top LTT PKR runner. PKR was the only female runner in all of top 32.
Yep. Yeah, but who gets up on a Sunday morning? I certainly didn't. Okay, I technically got up on a Sunday morning because, 11:15 a.m. is still a morning.
I rolled out of bed at 7:45 in the morning for this.
Yes, but no one said any of us were sensible.
Lol. PKR expressing her opinion on Sunday.
See what I mean? See?
Which is basically nope. Yeah, our Wave of Heroes are mostly fine now. We still want to see what the Ganon's Wave of Heroes is. We'll see that soon enough from Fabio. Yeah, well, assuming his internet holds up, and but that'll come soon enough for him. Sponge has finished water and is now also heading child for Jabu. It looks like Aeronaut's about to finally get that rang.
Yeah, everyone's following fairly close behind each other. I mean, Sponge is going to be able to get to Jabu much quicker because they won't have to clear Zora's domain. They've already cleared it.
Yeah. Aeronaut looks more behind than he actually is since he's already done water and forest. He just needs to get the rang and go Jabu.
And they're well on the trail to that because they're doing Big Pose, and when Big Pose has nothing, they'll go to horseback archery.
Yeah, because what else do you do with the Way of the Hero opponents?
Despair?
Yeah.
And off we go.
We have Big Octo for Fabio, Goomba's in Jabu now, and Sponge is heading there. Also, I'm afraid I do not speak a word of Spanish. I can recognize a few words here and there, but that's about it.
Inglés, por favor.
Yeah, we'd like to keep the chat in English because we can't actually moderate any Spanish since none of the mods in chat currently, which is me and VXR basically, don't speak Spanish.
I mean, I used to speak Spanish semi-fluently. I've forgotten pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I'm fluent in 3 languages. Spanish is not one of those 3 languages.
I mean,
For reference,
I'm
it's
okay
English.
enough at Spanish to know that they're not saying anything awful.
Yeah, I do recognize enough to know that, but yeah, we do prefer English, please. But I speak 3 languages. English and Mandarin Chinese are my 2 native languages. French is a distant third, but I've also gotten pretty good at it thanks to Rando, actually. Rando's improved my French a ton. Since I get, I'm around quite a bit and I chat with people in French and all that. We have a very large French community. Aeronaut, in fact, is one of our Francophone runners. He's from Switzerland.
Yeah, it's also slightly amusing because so there was a teacher who set playing video games in French as homework occasionally. And this particular teacher and that particular anecdote absolutely got its way into one of Mum's books.
It's not your fault, Deltia Camina. It's just that we need to make sure that we know what's going on, and we don't, and we just can't moderate it. Yeah. There aren't many. There's a couple Spanish speakers, I think, among the ZSRE streamers. You are not talking to 2 of them, unfortunately. VXR and I do not speak Spanish in any real capacity.
Yeah, it's just so that we can moderate chat and keep everything okay.
Mm-hmm. Like I can and even I will sometimes pull out my French on commentary. You will probably hear me greet Aeronaut in French if he comes in for interview, but even then, I usually limit my French unless a runner is really, really struggling with English, which has happened sometimes. Then I'll switch up a bit more French, but I do try to. But even my French is very limited, and I've gotten fairly okay at not speaking Mandarin. I have to mod myself, obviously, in Mandarin since there's about 3 people, period, who understand Mandarin around here. Yeah, all VXR I can do to mod Spanish is to just Google Translate it, and Google Translate is Google Translate.
Oh yeah, that we remember the fun we had in secondary school for me and sixth form of putting various different speeches through things. Mm-hmm. Do not ignore the mermaids. The mermaids are there for your protection.
Lol. Yeah. You will hear me. I do some French commentary for Link to the Past random actually, so sometimes I will just randomly switch languages mid-sentence. I'm actually half surprised I haven't done so yet with Aeronaut on Restream, because whenever I have a Francophone runner, I'm counting a Francophone runner, French is more, on the brain effectively for me.
Clearly I talk too much English and I keep your brain in English mode.
It actually might be, yes, thanks.
All the fact that we've just wandered off on tangents so many times because everyone's doing the same stuff.
Yeah, because Jabu's a snooze. Yeah, it's nothing against you personally, LTO, it's just that we have channel rules. Even I limit my language mix-ups whenever possible, because even though I can mod myself, I still shouldn't do that. By and large, it's not the best of ideas. I know what I'm saying. Does anyone else understand what I'm saying? Probably not if it's Mandarin. But yeah, I will randomly switch languages every now and again in French if I have a Francophone. I'm counting a Francophone runner just because, I have French more on the brain readily when I have a Francophone runner, such as Aeronaut is Swiss. Yeah. It's not
also
LTO, sorry if it came across that way, it's just yeah.
Also for reference, that diving spot, it was actually bombs.
Might have been a rupee when he first looked at it because they didn't have a bomb bag yet, I don't remember.
Yeah, it probably looked like a rupee because we didn't have a bomb bag, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you will hear me little things as I tend to mix my languages up thoroughly enough that just little things the word flute. For whichever reason, the ocarina in ALTTP is called a flute. Don't ask me why.
It's probably a translation thing.
Probably a translation goof someplace. They sorted it for OoT and for Link's Awakening actually. So the French pronunciation of flute is flute. The U is pronounced slightly differently in French. It's not a sound that exists in English, but it does also exist in Mandarin.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so U versus U are very distinct sounds. I'm not sure how clear it is on the mic.
James asked to point out something very important. Fabio has just set up Pierre.
That's good. So
might be going back and getting that magic.
I hope so, but we will see Ganon's first. But yeah, so flute versus flute. I will frequently say flute now, since I do a fair bit of LTTPR French comms, and the U sound comes pretty naturally to me anyway. Since it's also in Mandarin pretty common over there. It is a sound that doesn't exist in English, so I know a lot of native English speakers have a real hard time learning that sound for Mandarin and for French. It does, but just little things you'll hear more influences of French in my English now and then, since I'm getting more comfy with it. Alright, in the meantime though, happy 2 hours, we should probably get back on topic, because we're about to finally see Ganon's castle.
Actually being able to clear up what our way of the heroes are! And we won't even get baited into outside Ganon's castle just yet.
No, because strength 3 is able. But yeah, we should probably get back on topic. We've been going off on tangents for ages. And all right.
I mean, yeah, unless it's Light Trial, at which point I think we might end up diving into Fire Temple or Spirit.
I think so, yeah. Probably Spirit before Fire, but either one would make sense. Spirit's got more checks in it.
Yeah.
Alright, we are starting with Forest Trial. While we're doing that, let's shout out to our forerunners, Aeronaut, Sponge, Fabio, and Goomba, to my co-commentator, Estantia, and to our 4 trackers, Keesinja, McFaula, Ginger Sunny, and Jojeln.
And of course to my fellow co-commentator, who is also our restreamer today, and the person who rolled this stuff.
Sorry, I had to laugh. The last bow was in Forest Trial. That's bow locked.
Yeah, okay, sure. All of the bows, bow locks. Sure.
Bow locked bows.
All of the bows but one. Oh look, magic.
Oh, hey, that's
just got bailed. Wait, hang on. No, that can't be Way of the Hero.
No, because the Labyrinth is the other. Opponents wait here for the boomerang and 1500 horseback archery.
But what if Fabio thinks that is the Way of the Hero?
That could be a problem. I mean, if he scrounges up strength 3, he's probably going back here anyway. If it is strength 3 locked. All right, Shadow Trial 1. 5 can do Shadow Trial 2 with long shot and hovers, or that fire arrows. Either way works, since he just got his magic. I think this is long shot and hovers, though, because it is. Yeah. This is going to be long shot and hovers, though, because it's faster than doing fire arrows.
I will be honest, this is precisely the reason why I bet that it wasn't in Light Trial. Because of this chest.
You wanted it to be here.
Yes. We got bow and fire arrows next to each other. How could I not want the meme? Aww.
Fair. Nope.
Aww.
Yeah,
okay.
Fabio and Aeronaut will be bailed out by the magic in Forest Trial since they did not get the one off Labyrinth due to, unfortunately, not getting Pierre, I think was what happened, since I got a bit scatterbrained on things.
Yeah.
Alright. Goomba's heading for cannons. Sponge is close behind. What?
There could be stuff in Spirit. There is like 2 or 3 checks here. I can never remember how many.
There's 2 in Spirit Trial.
What am I getting the 3rd one confused with?
I have no idea. I mean, the Master Quest Spirit Trial has like 6 chests in it, but that's a different story.
No, I'm thinking of the one which has the passageway with the Zelda's Lullaby thing.
That's Light Trial.
Okay, that's Light Trial. There we go.
Hey, Spirit Trial 2.
Yep. I mean, that doesn't mean there isn't anything in Light Trial. There could be something in Light Trial as well. But the one we know about so far, yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I'll wait until we find Dins for confirming whether or not that is.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a little bit annoying to technically have 3 options for a prediction, but oh well. I mean, for all we know, Dins is just sitting in Deku Tree. Or here in this chest.
I mean, yeah, also, bearing in mind we could have Strength 3 that we need to find somewhere.
Yep. Now, you know, even in Aeronaut's situation, you don't bail on magic because there's just so much stuff in cannons.
Yeah. And like we've seen that Fabio certainly didn't bail.
Yeah, we're at go mode from Dins from go mode, and I currently am not particularly inclined to start a bet for it since we're not that far from it, really.
Yeah, we're really not. I still want to know what the 3rd hinted foolish is.
Yeah. Earthquake Curious Word for Sponge. Fabio's just gonna climb the tower, probably set for Roars at the top, just since he's already here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There we go, there's for Roars. And we have lights, so we don't need to worry about that.
Nope. Sponge getting that bow at a forest trial, which is a great laugh. Thanks, game. No wonder the bow took over an hour to show up. There was only one bow available.
And yep, the bows are getting a little note. There is, my interview notes just says bows, along with like this smiley face. Because yeah, that face kind of explains everything.
Yeah, it does. It's been a weird scene.
But it's been actually surprisingly nice. Like, it's threatened. It's very much like those kind of dark clouds. It's like, I'm dark, I'm looming, I'm gonna make it look like it's gonna rain. But then it doesn't. But yeah, this is still super close, which means that hopefully we get a real... Because interviews are always better when you have multiple runners finishing at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So I do worry that Fabio might get drowned out a bit.
Yeah, Sponge and Goomba are actually both doing Shadow Trial at the exact same time as Aeronaut does Baronade, so Sponge and Goomba are very close. Fabio's a good few minutes ahead of both of them, and then Aeronaut's a good couple minutes behind them. But this is a close race. It's within half an hour, I'd say, between Aeronaut and Fabio.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty good. Probably more like 20 minutes, and that's about what we'd like to aim for on Race Stream, is to have runners within about half an hour of each other.
Yep. And, you know, these guys are good. Like,
they
you
are.
have to remember that any mistakes you see, any things that even look like they might be mistakes, no. These are really good runners. I could not even hope to match this.
Yeah. Hey Teal, yeah, this has been the seats turned out all right. It sure didn't look okay to begin with, though. Yeah, I've heard last night's it was a disaster.
Why was there a lens in there?
Lens?
I mean, we shouldn't need
The lens?
We shouldn't need it, hopefully.
Nothing.
And now we're going to miss loads of the circuitry. I mean, Shadow Warrior, harsh but fair. Okay, Fabio's stream is now moving again. Unfortunately, we missed a few checks in Deku. But I can't see anything significant added to their tracker. So
No, I mean, we've seen almost everything anyway.
we're mostly just waiting on that DIMS.
Yep. I mean, it works, Teal. We spawned in CAC anyway.
I mean, Goomba started spawning in CAC and then immediately did chicken, so... Why is there a psychedelic rainbow chicken emote?
Because why not?
Okay, I like the fact that both you and one of the people behind me said because why not at exactly the same moment.
Nice. Sorry, I'm also chuckling, internally. Last night Iron Boots were on chickens and locked full seed, right, you.
Okay, what was it? Open? Was it something on Tectite Grotto or something in water? So what's good in this one is bait. That might not actually be bait.
Yeah, just shenanigans, honestly.
The way of the heroes were not clear. Like, it's meant to be a way of the hero, but it was more kind of like a smudgely drawn map of the hero.
Yeah, pretty much.
You wanted an Ordnance Survey map, and instead you got a map made by a Year 7 on a school trip.
Yeah, pretty much. I would, by the way, switch the audio to Fabio since he's ahead, except for his stream's a little bit struggling, and I don't feel like dealing with whacked audio as well.
Yeah, that would quite possibly make it fall over.
I kind of don't want to crash the restream, so we're sticking with Aeronaut's audio, since Sponge and Goomba do not have clean audio. Yeah, mind you, Hammer or Mirror still could be Wave the Hero. We still don't know where that Dins is. It's out there, somewhere in the seed. And at this point, if it's not on Goma, I will set a bet for it. Because we're getting to that point. I wanted to see if Deku had it before I put in a bet for Dins.
Yeah, there's not that many places that it can be left in. Strength 3 in chest game would be amazing, given that lens in Deku.
It would.
But I kind of want it to be in Fire Temple or Spirit.
Alright, time for this. I'm gonna bet Twin Robot because why not? Yeah, we have a command to explain Fabio's. It's not his fault, it's just.
I'm waiting until we see the hints outside. Oh no, we don't get the hints outside Deku Tree.
We're not. Alright, no, it can't be Sunsong Grave. Sunsong is stuck behind Shadow Temple. Also, Aeronaut getting that magic now, good for him. Yeah, get your bets in chat. Where is that Dins? Because I think at this point we've done everything that's convenient. We've done all our medallion dungeons that we can. All of our Wave the Heroes are at least technically resolved. There's nothing really pointing them anywhere specific. Fabio's doing the well now. Time to take a nap for that, because that's useless. Yawn!
Yeah, I don't know whether I wanted to say Fire Temple or Spirit Temple. I mean, if I was going for a mean bet, I would probably say Pierre in Fire Temple, just to make sure that you got Pierre this seed, damn it, if you avoided them for the magic.
No lens game has not been hinted. We have no idea what it is. Speaking of those, Sponge and Goomba will get time back on Fabio since they both have done the well, since they both have the gold skill from it. Aeronaut also has not done the well because he doesn't have the gold skill either.
Lens game has been the one in 32 is also the lens game for reference.
Yeah.
Fire Temple as a general bet has not been made yet. There are also various specific checks that have not been bet. Wasteland. Wasteland could be a thing, I guess. I really don't want it to be a thing. But no, I want that hammer or that mirror shield to be important, damn it.
So do I, honestly, because this seed deserves one of those things to be Way of the Hero.
We have seen Lens. Lens was in the Deku Tree, so we have Lens now, and we can do the 1 in 32 game.
Yep.
So for reference, with the bets, it's usually the first person who bets it ends up getting priority. There are separate bet streams for subbed people and non-subscribed people. And specific tend to win over general bets. Yeah, but also, if no one gets it right, then go for a funny thing.
Yep. Like, if no one wins, I will give the bet to the person who bet somewhere, for instance. Yeah, checks we haven't seen, Spirit Temples, Fire Temple, we haven't seen there's a solid chunk of water we haven't seen, Those are the main areas
Yeah,
right
we
now,
haven't
actually.
seen a fair few things in water.
Like, we only saw enough of it to beat Morpha, because they got the water. And I think Aeronaut did, yeah, that's honestly about it, because they didn't have a lot of items for it.
I'm surprised
Flowless water's not
going...
the greatest thing in the world.
I'm surprised Sponge is going child spirit rather than adult.
I mean, I guess he's here as child and he's never coming back, pretty much.
I mean, fair.
Because he's done everything else in child. He's done Deku, he's done Jabu, he's done the well. What else is he doing as child?
Dancing.
Goron City's foolish, and I do think Sponge saw that hint.
Yes. After they'd already cleared it.
Yeah. So yeah, the Sponge is done with child besides this, so you might as well just do it, because if you're not, you're never coming back.
I mean, yeah, I guess you are already child from doing Deku. Oh, hi, that's the boss key.
Okay, maybe that's not so useless. We never saw Adult Shooting Gallery because the bow was late. Hi, strength 3. Also, that's good with strength 2. He never got the graveyard one.
Okay, so strength 3 on shooting gallery. Okay. I think everyone forgot about that.
Because the bows were so bad, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And that's Goomba strength 2 because Goomba never got the one from Graveyard, I think, so he doesn't have strength 3 either. We're not seeing Light Trial for a bit. So, that just made things more interesting.
Oh no one's gonna find that. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a really lousy spot. Yeah, he might have
strength
visited.
isn't in the crater. Strength was on the
Crate.
box. Oh, that
Crate.
makes more sense. Yes, crate, not crater. Yes. Well, at least Aeronaut's gonna find their hovers.
At least there's that. I mean, Aeronaut knows it has to be Nocturne here anyway, so this makes perfect sense.
Like, he definitely does need to go here. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Strength 3 was an adult shooting gallery, of which no one did because the bows were really, really bad. Zora's River Scrubs and, well, Boolocked. And a laugh at the one on HBA. And then the Forest Trial one is very much Boolocked because, there were at least two, but there, because, yeah, both Jabu and both Jabu and Forest were medallions, and you needed at least one of them to get into Ganon's castle for the Kokiri Sword. So, yeah, Ganon's was Boolocked. You could not get Forest Trial for that bow.
Okay, Goomba's starting with Adult Spirit.
Alright, this is new. There's a whole bunch of checks in here.
And Sponge also doing Adult Spirit.
Yeah, makes sense. Fabia's doing some child cleanup, as mentioned, never coming back, when she'll clean it up.
If this is 1 in 32 gameplay, this might be incredibly smart.
Oh, the Hyrule Castle Fairy is another one we never saw, I don't think. Vanilla Dance would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
I would laugh really hard, but it is a possibility.
Come on, what are we gonna get?
Nope, the camera got a little screwy for Sponge. And nope, just a heart piece.
No. Okay, we're safe for now,
Fabia's gonna go do Child Spirit, makes sense. As mentioned, why not? Why don't you get it? When you get it, yeah. Yeah, Strength 3 is not happening for everyone on a restream for a bit because Cattle Archery is just not a thing, and Guma may or may not have forgotten the crate, I think, at this point.
Yeah, who? Oh look, there's another bomb.
Blocks, bomb bag!
Yay!
Because, you can't get into Adult Spirit without that, without a bomb bag, effectively.
Nope.
Because,
well, hang on, yeah, so you can get 2 strength, so you could get into Adult Spirit without it, and Requiem wasn't bomb locked.
Let's see, I actually haven't been counting keys, but I think that one. Half of the problems. I'm not sure where all of our keys have been. Was there one on Adult Climb is the main question, because... Yeah, that's 3 key. Yeah, the issue is that's 3 key locked, and I'm not sure where our keys are.
Well,
I know there was the boss key on Child side. I think there was one on either Boulders or Compass. Yeah, Adult Climb had one, so that's logical 4th, correct? So that's out of logic. Okay, no key on Child side, so there must be a key on Sunblock then, I'm pretty sure. Which means that Spirit is magic locked, and the the fire sources are palm locked. We'll confirm it once we get this chest from Sponge, but I think this is a key.
No, magics are not bomb locked, not with that magic on the top of lab.
Oh wait, no, that one isn't. Right, no, hookshot.
So
on the other, fire arrows. Well, maybe that might be an available bomb bag, but it's a stupid one.
Oh yeah, it's a stupid one.
Let's just put it that way. Yeah, let's.
I gave up. Spirit key logic is either. I see Spirit Temple key logic as either everything is in logic or nothing is in logic, apart from those bits which are far locked.
Yep. Yeah, no, the song wasn't behind magic. It's just logic. That's technically an available bomb bag. It's an exceptionally terrible bomb bag placement. Skullkid was available anyway, actually, so it doesn't much matter. But that's funny.
Yes.
So technically, all 3 bomb bags available to see. Just you're probably nuts if you get that bomb bag.
Well, it's good to know that they are demolishing my bet steadily and still not finding Din's fire.
Nope. I mean, it makes sense to go Spirit before Fire, because those are the 2 main choices right now, with Spirit versus Fire, and Spirit's got more checks.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to say Fire, but I assumed other people would say Fire for the hammer meme.
We are gonna close the bet at the 25-minute mark unless Din shows up in the next 30 seconds.
So, if you want to get in on that Fire Temple meme, if you want some hammer time, you need to stop and write it down now.
Yep. Get those last couple bets in, because that bet is getting closed very soon. In about 30 seconds.
Okay, someone did bet Fire. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. They're not just now getting knocked around. We didn't really need to come here earlier. Hover boots were not helpful for anything. Yeah, I'm not surprised we've had 3 forfeits so far. It's that kind of scene where I could see a few just kind of being like, nope, I don't want to deal with this logic today.
I don't have magic. I don't have bow. Screw this.
Yeah, exactly. And the bet is getting closed right about now. And nothing in the top of Spirit. And I actually can't fault Goomba for bailing out before Twin Rova, because Twin Rova is one check that is really, really slow.
Oh no, definitely do Twin Rover, mostly because I never want to come back here.
Yeah, but Gooma's making the gamble that it's not there and that he doesn't want to spend the 3 minutes to get there.
Goomba might not have
Pause key, right? That's the other problem. I don't know if he did Child Spirit. That's a fair point, actually. Yeah, he can't.
Okay, this is very understandable then. Goomba going to Wasteland.
Yeah, I don't think anyone actually did Wasteland, so we're about to see this. Anyone bet Wasteland? We haven't seen Wasteland, but we. I
mentioned it, but I don't know if anyone bet it.
Yeah. It's one of the handful of overworld checks left. We've done most overworld things at this point. Those bows meant everyone went everywhere looking for a bow, because the bow locked a bunch of stuff this seed. And boy, oh boy, was the bow bad. Here's Fabio's bomb bag, which, yeah. Idiocies of logic means that success in it. I don't think that's bomb locked. Yeah, someone needs to mark Deku on the tracker. I'm not sure who. Oops, it happens.
Wasteland was nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lady Wishy.
And that save code from Goomba means it's time for Fire Temple.
Okay, but now I have in my head it's time to turn up the heat in a really annoying video game character voice in a way that I know was repeated constantly in a video game level, and I can't remember which one it is. Was it a Sonic game? Was there a character that said, "Let's turn up the heat" or something?
I am not familiar with the Sonic series, so I have no idea.
Also, I love that emote. That is an amazing emote.
Oh, that one is cute. Quite, yeah, rip.
I can hear the sound in my head.
Yep. Alright, key in the first check of fire. Fabio and Sponge are plugging through the spirit. Aeronaut is still in Deku Tree.
Sponge is fighting Twin Rover, so we'll get an answer on that one.
Yep, this will be interesting to see if Dins is here. Would be a bit rough for Goomba if it is. Because I don't think he's going back Child Spirit very quickly. For 3 things.
Okay, yeah, that's a cool set of emotes.
Yeah. Probably a pretty good Link to the Past rando runner, and we see him around there quite a bit.
Oh, right, yes, I caught a bit of their match. Yes. Twin Rover is in fact Troll Rover as usual.
Yep, not a surprise. Yeah, it's just been kind of a slow seed as far as items go. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Or your wave heroes are going to make a mess. Have fun. Sponge jump slashing into the cutscene to set up the crouch stab. There's the vanilla fire boss key, thanks game.
Shiny keys, shiny chest, can't complain. I mean, no, I'm thinking it's a Sonic game because it sounds like it's got that kind of quality of the Sonic voice acting. Yep, my bet's also gone. I bet Spirit Temple, it's not there.
Well, we're about to confirm from Sponge.
Oh yeah, but someone else has a Twin Rover bet which will win over mine.
Sure. Well, actually, no, you're a premium bet, Estantia. I think the Yeah, we are the only two people. Well, on the other hand, I bet turn around the premium bets. Whoops. Yeah. Okay.
Lol.
Fair enough. Okay, that's me being a scatterbrained. And it's not it. All right, we're both done. We're both rip our bets.
In all fairness, what our bets truly were in our hearts were we are hoping for a troll and needing one.
Yep.
We just want one of those items to actually be needed. We don't mind which.
Well, the odds are good it's in Fire Temple. We're starting to run out of things to do.
Oh,
Just genuinely.
Aeronaut's going for the lens minigame.
Ooh, this is new. Yeah, Mirror is not Way of the Hero. I will remove it from the list.
So if you see people doing letters, I'm going for my normal bet of Ruto's letter London Ranch, and I think I'm out already. I think Ginger is the only one still. Oh no, Ginger Sunny is still in. Oh no, I think that's everyone out.
Yeah. And it's it!
Oh my god. Okay, so someone bet 1 in 32 and someone did bet lens game.
Alright, that's it. Oh my Sponge, everyone else skipped it. They had lens and magic going back
my
until
God, and
none of them did
child.
the lens game.
And they are not going back child anytime soon. Oh no.
No.
Oh,
They
we're
are
going
not.
to be here a while, aren't we?
We're gonna be here for a while, everyone. Let's buckle in. 1 in 32 and lens game win, and since we were the only two who bet premium bets, I'm giving myself the win because why the heck not, since I rolled the seed.
Rigged.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I know.
And we can solve that prediction. Ganon's Castle was Way of the Hero for not Light Child.
Yep, it was Kokiri Sword.
In Spirit Child.
But hey, I did still get points on that.
Nice. So, Aeronaut is, oh no, yeah. Aeronaut's in
ahead.
go mode. Well, I'm at it. Did Aeronaut seriously bail out the Deku after the lens?
Apparently. Apparently, Aeronaut bailed immediately on getting the lens.
Weird, but sure.
Oh, Fool's Wind.
I mean, it was the game. I was just confused when I'm amused.
I mean, if you get Dintify, you can just burn your way through rather than having to climb all the way up to the top, so that might have been it.
Huh. He even did the scrubs in the basement, yeah, so I don't know, but okay, I mean... Funky plays on Restream, but you know what? Hey, you're on Restream, it's a weekly, why not show off of it? And confuse the comms.
I mean, pardon me, confusing commentary is a long-standing tradition of OTR.
Yes, it is. Okay, so I think this is Fire Temple for all of the remaining runners on Restream. Well, you know, Aerodot was behind for ages, and then just that did suddenly put him miles in his head, because he's never touching Spirit, he's never touching Fire, he's in go mode. And he's gonna finish out this seed. It's gonna take him a while, but he should still sub 3 this.
Yeah, but when do the others go back child? Because they basically have nothing left apart from the lens game.
Good question. I mean, they're gonna do all the Fire... Yeah, Aeronaut being behind, but then just going to the Lens game before going anywhere else, before going back adult, paying out. I mean, you now get to sit through a Baron Shadow Temple, but hey, we're about to be done.
Sponge is going to be so salty after this.
Oh yes, the salty sponge is going to be very salty.
Oh, we're going to be here a while.
Yes.
So, how many mean percent do we have? We have the Stone of Agony, we have the Winter Heart piece. I don't think we saw Nehru's, I don't think we saw Greg, and I don't think we've seen Ice Arrows.
We saw Ice Arrows somewhere or another. It's on somebody's tracker, I think. No, it's not. I just can't read. We're missing stuff, yeah.
Okay, we've seen Nehru's, but we haven't seen Ice.
No, and I just cleaned up the Wave the Hero command after you put it in, James Hart. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, it's cleared out. Final Wave the Hero list is very simple. Symphonas, Storms, Kokiri Sword, Iron Boots, and Boomerang.
Yep.
But what the command doesn't reflect is our collective confusion over what was Wave the Hero, because thanks, game, those bow locations sucked.
I mean, yeah, basically.
I mean, like, it wasn't, like, the bow was very, very available. Bombag was Sphere Zero, Requiem was Sphere Zero, Song of Storms was just at the Colossus behind that Sphere Zero Requiem. You could have gotten that, bow very early. Just no one did on restream.
No, Requiem was at the Minuet check, right? So it was.
No, Minuet was
Minuet was at Bolero check. Requiem was at Minuet check.
Oh wait, no, I apparently can't type. So yeah, Minuet, but still very early. Whoops, I screwed up my own notes sheet.
Yeah, so it's not Sphere Zero. It's not Sphere Zero by any means, because you needed the hook shot.
It's a couple spheres in, but it's not far, because you could either get, or we could just get Asarius from the Composer Grave with Seal the Windmill. Either works for that for Requiem, so it was super quick. Like, that was a very early, that Storms is very accessible very early, and the bomb mech was for Zero, so you could have gotten that boat a lot earlier, just no one did, because that location is kind of awful.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Sphere Zero hookshot from Downpay combined with that Sphere Zero bomb bag equals Minion from Bolero. It's not exactly hard to get. Requiem was available super early. Explosives available super early to get into River. Yeah. Not even explosives, you just, to get Storms, because you can do that as a tool. Yeah, just super accessible bow, but it just in a slightly annoying spot. And just no one quite got there for an hour and something, because it's the River Scrubs. Song of Storms like Iron Boots and your one and only bow. Because both of the other bows were hard bow locked, HBA and Forest Trial. Because yeah, you only had 4 medallions available this seed. You had to beat Water, Forest, DC, and Jabu for it. No ifs, ands, or buts. You had to do that because the Kokiri Sword was in Ganon's, and Din was locked behind that Kokiri Sword.
Yeah, the current bet now is working out how long it's going to take for everyone to find it.
A while. I mean, at this point, basically, it's who's furthest in fire, and that goes to Goomba. Sponge is second in terms of fire progress. Fabio is third at the moment, I think.
Yeah, but then where do they go? They might go back to water. That, like, Sponge has done so much in Child. I don't think they're going to go back for a very long time.
I am not sure what just happened to Aeronaut. He kept bonking off the Skulltula there. I'm not sure what happened to him. I'm a little confused, actually. Oh, did he seriously get soft? He seriously got soft locked by the Skulltula. Yeah, everyone but Aeronaut on Restream are doing Oops AD at this point.
And this was where the starseed was all along.
Oops, they did it to themselves. I have not seen that shadow soft lock before. That's pretty unusual.
Yeah, I've done it in the well.
Yeah. It's a classic starseed. It's not AD, but they're doing AD anyway.
Yep.
Aeronaut probably because they're dead last. Yeah, just kind of a combination of things. On the other hand, Aeronaut not doing Spirit and not doing Fire equals a win. Where's Sponge going, actually? He's failing out of fire early. That could work out for him. Goomba's almost done with fire. He's doing high score on now, so that's good.
Yeah, but the Sponge is going to go and do Shooting Gallery and get Strength 3 and get baited into Light Trial outside Gan's Castle.
Sure. Also, Keck W. Goron 2 got highest score on. Thanks, game!
I mean, sure. No, not all of the runners are highest strength. Sponge is about to walk.
Sponge is about to walk into his Strength 3, yeah. Light child better be letting ice arrows, lol. There's not much left in the game. Like, looking at my notes sheet, I don't think we ever saw the second wallet. We're missing double defense in the last bottle, and ice arrows. And that's about it.
And
Victory for Sponge. Now I want to see this clip.
Yeah, there's a reason we don't have Scott's Fantasy on. The seeds would just go for far too long, and it would require far too much knowledge. I mean, I'm still not entirely convinced about having Scrub Sanity in the weekly because it makes a higher bar to entry, but it has changed things up and made things more interesting for the runners who have been around a while.
Oh, I see what it is. Thank you, Magnus, for clipping the soft lock. That is a new one on me. You don't see that very much. That goes into my clips folder.
Yeah, it basically means Song of Storms is pretty much always required.
Yeah, alright. Goomba's done with fire. There was absolutely nothing in it.
So where does Goomba go next?
Not child is the answer.
Not child, so it's the wrong answer.
Yeah, Fabio's doing fire. Sponge I'm curious why Sponge bailed out of the fire, actually.
I mean, it might actually be remembering Din's fairy that bails them out.
I hope so. Oh, Goomba's finally doing pose. But I can see, just because there's so little left in child, them just doing water tumble because they're adult and they don't want to spend the time to change ages. I
think Goomba's heading to water.
It actually might be, I thought he hadn't done pose yet, but it just might be a trip to water.
Because they don't exactly have a quick way there. Oh, Hyrule Field Grottos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, there's the second wallet.
Tektite Grotto? Or was it?
Shadow.
Ha! Shadow. Lovely. Sorry, now that this is starting to die down a bit, I'm taking care of some paperwork odds and ends.
Oh, we've got a finisher.
JJ's did do a finishing at the time of 2:44:51, and yes, that is how you pronounce that.
Yep. GG.
GG's. Sub 3.
Is that our first weekly win?
No, I'm pretty sure he does one races weeklies before. He's been around a while.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'd be surprised, but it's always possible. There are some people who have been around for ages and always just narrowly missed out.
That's true, but I do believe T2's pulled out of weekly win before. But seriously, geez, this is not the greatest seed in the world. We are also up to ER since 5 forfeits out of 36.
Probably the people who finished off Spirit and Fire and Gone Note, I guess.
OGC for Sponge.
Though actually, Sponge is right here. Doing this fairy might remind Sponge of... Oh.
Maybe.
Sponge is warping back. They might be remembering Din Fairy after having done Outside Ganon's Castle Fairy.
I hope, yeah, I think that's Childford Sponge. That is going to pay out.
Oh,
I think, oh wait, no, he might be... No, yeah, that is. I was like, no, I was thinking maybe he could get Serenade, but no, he can't. He doesn't have the ability, so that is going to be good for Sponge. Goomba is
not going anywhere fast.
No, neither is Fabio, unfortunately.
We'll have to see what happens when Fabio finishes Fire.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think it will be water for him as well.
Yeah. I mean, Sponge's child basically only has 2 checks left. And those 2 checks are Din's Fairy and Len's Game.
He has it set to nighttime since he went to Ganon's Castle. GG's to SGD Sean finishing second, 246.54.
That's
really good finish for Sean.
To see them so high up the rankings.
Oh yeah. Really nice to see Sean do well on the weekly. Just a couple minutes behind T2 as well.
Sponge, you never did Richard? Okay,
Keep in mind, keep in mind too, Sponge's multi-role team is called Richard the Dog. Sponge's multi-role team name is literally Richard the Dog, and he put up Richard till now. I mean, I guess time of day was bad, but that's still hilarious. I guess he just didn't have the time of day for it, but it's still hilarious. One of the members of Team Richard the Dog put off Richard for nearly 3 hours.
There's me done. James
We're also
still in.
Yeah, we're also up to 6 forfeits. Someone else not quit after Sean's finish. I can't say I'm entirely surprised with how this is going.
Oh no, the last 2 the wrong way round. It was RRLLR. So actually, I was only 1 off.
Nice. Aeronaut has picked up his last key and is off to Bongo. Bobby is doing Hammer Chest, Goomba's doing Dragon Chest, and Sponge just hit Go Mood.
No, it's the way that the treasure chest game is randomized is really interesting, and it is distinct for load times and what time they get there and stuff like that, I believe.
Yeah. Alright, Bongo time for 5 Aeronaut should be just about sub 3. Not sure by how much, but it will be sub 3. Goomba is... Goomba? This isn't allowed in standard, Goomba.
Goomba. Has Goomba just given up and is taking the disqualification because they can't be asked to find Dins?
I don't
That's a disqualification.
I'm setting him a DM. Because this is banned in standard outside the multi-world tourney. But yeah. And that's a quit. Alright.
Yeah, it's
he's
probably just showing off people.
deviating. All right, that might be. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, I'm just forfeiting in style. Well, I can't entirely blame him about this one.
Yeah, forfeiting in style is legit.
So there was a poll held way back when that asked people if they wanted FAE to be allowed, and the answer was no. So it's banned.
Basically, it's because it circumvents too much logic, which is honestly why I'm surprised the King Zora skip was allowed. But I guess the King Zora skip only works as adults, so it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm. And that one was hotly debated as well.
Oh yeah, basically because if you allow FAE, it means that people who can do the trick end up circumventing a lot of logic, which can occasionally be the main thing of the race.
Yeah,
Skip is another one, but Moto Skip's a lot easier.
Yeah, and GG's the Cariosa finishing third, 251.28. Aeronaut did set for Roar's winning Ganon's way back when. I half forgot about it, so he's going to be done real fast too. Yeah, this will be a comfy sub 3 for him then, because I forgot he did the tower already. Whoops. Alright, I forgot to pause Goomba's stream because I've been too many places at once. Whoops, there's the button. And let me see if Goomba's now waiting in the waiting room. Hi Goomba, GG's. Dins was on the lens minigame.
Of course it was.
Yep, of course it was. So how's the rest of the seed?
No, I definitely would have won if I checked Lensman game after Deku, but screw that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely understandable there. Star, you apparently paused the wrong stream.
Fixed now. Sorry about that. I was kidding, but yeah, GG's Goon, but yeah, that was rough. So Aeronaut's actually now going to be first on Restream to finish because he was behind for a while. He took longer to find Bo. Did put off Ice Cavern for a while, kind of various different things, and just put Aeronaut a fair bit behind. But he did do the lens minigame after Deku, completely skipped Fire and Spirit, and is now winning because of it. Oh hey, Fabio's now getting double magic. Off Labber, because he didn't have Pierre for this earlier. Never went childlike. Kind of pausing to stare at it for a second. Oh, correction. Aeronaut, for whichever reason, did lens game before beating Goma. Like, he did the scrubs in the basement, went to the set for Roars, went to the lens game, went back. We're not sure why, but go him.
Huh? Excuse me?
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're not sure.
What?
We don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure either, but it happened. So, yeah. He also unfortunately softlocked in Shadow Temple on one of the sculptures in the fan room, so lost a little bit of time there.
So, how about your playthrough, like, the rest of the seed? Like, what did you think of those Way of the Heroes, which were not clear what they were pointing to at all?
Seemed pretty straightforward to me.
I mean, fair, we were wondering for a while whether Hammer or Mirror Shield could have been something, but it turns out no, just bait.
Yeah, just bait. The worst varieties of bait. Speaking of bait, Fabio's currently in Water Temple.
Also,
And Aeronaut's about to be done.
Also, those bow placements.
Oh my god, those bow placements. How do you like that, bow in Fort Rivers?
There's 3 bows there, it shouldn't be this hard to find one.
Yep.
I And yet it keeps happening every seed.
Yes, yes, it does.
At least you didn't end up getting strength 3 bait, because Adult Shooting Gallery had the other strength.
No, Goomba got the adult shooting gallery. I think Goomba was the one who didn't get the graveyard one.
Wait, there was a strength in graveyard?
Yeah,
On
the
the
great.
ledge.
Huh. Okay, I must have misseen that then. I thought that was
Yeah,
something
we
else.
assumed we did, because you didn't pick it up. And Aaron will not be joining us for an interview, unfortunately. No worries. GG's to him.
Absolutely, GG. Very good. Very good time there.
Finishing up first on Restream, fourth overall, 255.33. Sponge is just blown up a pot and picking up the key, vanilla key, and Spavio is just finished Darkling. But yeah, this was an interesting seed. Goomba, the bow placements gave us headaches for a while with the Pona's Way of the hero. We knew you had to find somehow had to get 4 medallions for Ganon's Castle. That took a while. Just kind of everything.
Yeah, the early game was pretty interesting, but then, you know, the usual late game casino nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was particularly bad because, of course, you get all of your... You go Jabu, then you have to go Adult again to get to Gan's Castle, then you go Child again, and you don't really want to hang around at that point.
Yeah, I had like a few child checks left I could do, but I didn't really want to bother.
Yeah, that's understandable. And also, we did like how you forfeited with style.
Yeah.
It seemed appropriate given the circumstances.
Oh, absolutely, yep.
Yeah, I don't fault you for forfeiting after having such an interesting time with this seat.
I'm just glad I got it first try. It wouldn't really have had the same impact if I had to like try 3 or 4 times to get Fire and went to before I could forfeit.
I mean, yeah, that would have made it significantly less swag, but on the other hand, it would have showed how hard this trick is.
It's not though.
It's following a set of instructions. It's not as hard as it looks, but yeah. Also, last bottle in Shadow Keck W, bottle percent.
And Sponge going in the river. Sponge is now on the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, seed wasn't too awful. Just we never did see that third foolish, and I'm kind of curious what it ended up being.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it even could be.
It couldn't be Deku because the
Gerudo
locals were
Valley, maybe? That makes sense.
Valley's an idea. Fire was entirely foolish. I'm pretty sure there's nothing remotely interesting in it.
No, there was a Goron tunic.
Which was Goron tunic locked on highest Goron. That was funny. Spirit technically was not foolish because of, I think, fairly certain that bomb bag was not bomb locked, technically, as dumb as that sounds. Strength 2, magic,
so.
projectiles for both ages, and Requiem were all very accessible without bombs.
Yeah.
Sort that out. So yeah, Spirit can't be foolish because of that. Chabu was foolish.
Outside Ganon's Castle was foolish.
Yeah, it was. A surprise.
Haunted Wasteland as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Why are we not surprised?
I'm glad that we did see it, though.
Let's see. Shadow itself is, foolish, I'm fairly sure, actually. Well, actually, no, the wallet isn't Zora Tunic locked. That might not be foolish, so, but... Water Temple, as far as I can figure, was foolish as well. There was nothing in it.
No one did check the hints behind the Deku tree.
Nope.
Or the back of Lake.
Yeah, one of those probably has the final foolish hint. We never saw it.
Let's go find out.
I mean, if you want to wander over and find out, or see if anyone else looked
Yeah, I
at it.
still
I
have
know we
my
didn't see it on
emulator
restream.
open, so may as well.
Okay.
Thank you. That's really nice. It's just really nice to be able to close out all the hints and what they were.
Yeah, because we will eventually get the spoiler log once everyone finishes or dog quits, but that's going to take a while. Jujutsu Ryuken finishing 5th, 301.27. Only 4 sub-4s today, sub-3s today, sorry. We are up to 8 forfeits out of 36.
And we still can't blame them.
No, I think a number of people noped out once the bows started getting trolly, and then the finishes started rolling in and people still didn't have dins. I think it's what caused the remaining dot quits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bongo barely took any time for Sponge. Blink and you miss it.
It is just kind of magnificent watching all of you runners on Restream, because all of you have managed to do some swag. Like Fabio did glitchless ice cavern jumps on keyboard. Sponge's execution is amazing. Your execution is amazing, and you showed us fire arrow entry.
I don't know, I felt like I played pretty badly.
I thought you played pretty fine, actually. You kept up with everyone on Restream very well.
It was
you and Sponge were neck and neck
for the weekly.
Yeah. You and Sponge were neck and neck for a good while. Like, you were almost synced at points, and like you were both in fire at the same time. Forest, Deku, like you were close for a lot of the race. You were actually slightly ahead of Sponge on some fronts. And...
No foolish hint behind Deku. Let me hike down to Lake Hylia again.
GG's to Hamster finishing 6th, 303.02. 1 second off a really nice time.
I mean, yeah. But no, really, you absolutely did not let yourself down. It was a great performance. It was just a bad seed.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
just in a rough spot.
I felt
Fabio
the
just beat up
execution
from
was...
Rova, got a nice save, almost kind of fell down trying to reflect it back at her and managed to save it. Nicely done.
Sorry, what was that, Gumba?
I felt the execution was kind of sloppy, but I'm probably just too critical of myself, as usual.
You are definitely too critical of yourself. You did absolutely fine. You would very much, I reckon, again, if you'd have probably been in first.
I mean, given the time frame, if I checked lens scheme after Deku Tree, I'd probably win by like 10 minutes or so. But
yeah, and even if you did it at the same time as Sponge, you would basically be neck and neck at this point. You have absolutely been keeping pace.
Yeah.
So no being down on yourself. You did good.
Yeah.
And also, we've been... Sorry. And also, we might still get to mock Sponge gently for not doing Richard until right before he did Lens Game. Why did he leave Richard for that long?
Especially from someone who's on the multi-role team, Richard the dog. That was kind of funny.
well, I mean, I'm on Raid Shadow Temple, and I most certainly did not get to Raid Shadow Temple, so...
You're not wrong.
Open, ready to assist other people in raiding Shadow Temple.
Nothing down here either. Okay.
Where on earth is this second castle hint or something?
I'm gonna go find out.
Because we don't. There's the terrible.
There's not many hint stones left if it's not at Deku Tree and if it's not in back of Lake Hylia.
Trouble Grottos, the Castle Storms, and the whatchamacallit, it's about castle storms and Grotto by Valley, Rain.
Yeah.
Those two exist. There's not much, honestly. I'm surprised you didn't find a copy at either Backleg or Deku. There's not that
Yeah,
much.
I'll go check Hyrule Castle hints, I guess. I assume someone at least read the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to hold out until Sponge gets here, and then you can gripe about the seed together.
Fabio just did King Zora. Yeah, he's last locationing this dance. He might be going there now, actually. I hope. I mean, there's not much left for him. He is at least avoiding the Strength 3 beta, because I don't think he ever found it.
No.
And the whole shooting gallery was just so forgettable with the bows being where they were.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And yes, we have true tracker. Oh, we have almost tracker percent on Sponge. He's missing one slingshot, and that's it.
I mean, technically, he's also missing songs, but yes.
Well, on the rescreen tracker, he's got tracker percent.
This game is so dumb.
Oh, what now?
Go on.
There's a Hyrule Castle foolish at Hyrule Castle.
Was it the Storm's Grotto or the second one?
The second is Stone. The other one's probably in the Storm's Grotto, let me check.
Hang on, but wait, that means that Sponge was actually bailed out by never finding that. Because
in a sense,
it was
yeah.
Sponge doing outside Ganon's Castle Fairy that presumably got him to remember Din's Fairy and got him to do the child checks. If he'd known Hyrule Castle foolish, he might never have got Lenscape.
Mm-hmm. And GG's to Sponge here, getting kind of double sniped by Barbu and Belnog. 307.32, 307.51, and 308.21.
Oh no, Fabio's doing chickens!
Yep. The Castle Storm's Grotto has the other copy. This game is so stupid.
That's amazing!
That's amazing, lol.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god. Both Hyrule Castle foolish. It's in Hyrule Castle. Thanks, game. No wonder we never foolish.
GG Sponge. Oh my god.
Lol. Yeah. Yeah, because those last two foolish just took even Goron City foolish took a while to show up because it was in Fountain.
Yeah. By the time I got that one, I had already done every check in Goron City, so.
Right?
Yeah, don't worry, everyone else did as well.
Pretty much, yep. It was very useful of it.
Not alone.
Which honestly, I should have gone Ice Cavern before I went back Child and did all that stuff because I knew it had to be Nocturne at that point, but meh.
It was fine. You got there eventually. It was never really required until right before you had to go to Shadow because it had the whole route, so it's fine.
It didn't really matter that much, but I think that was probably a mistake.
Yeah, but it's not a big one. Not in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Alright, Sponge will be joining us for an interview after he talks to his chat for a bit.
Yeah, as a guess then we're going to raid Fabio once the interview's done?
I think so, because he's gonna take a little while. Well, it depends on where he is, because I think he will get his din soon enough. It's just his letter. So din soon enough. There's just not that much left.
Ryukane?
Really?
Ryukane? Aranot did the same thing!
Real?
Yes. Is this a French thing? Is this another French meta?
I mean, aeronaut's, well... No, aeronaut's Swiss.
Francophone meta.
Because we just said in chat, TMCSGMG Lord of Lands. Real.
So, for clarification of the people who haven't got it, Aeronaut went into Deku, got their lens game, went through the entirety of the rest of Deku, including going down and doing the scrubs, and then failed, went and did Treasure Chest minigame, and then went and did Goma.
Yeah, at least that's what was said.
Oh, time day reset. That makes sense.
Does it?
Oh, because yeah, finishing Deku sets your time of day to like noon or something like that.
It's noon.
Just play Sun Song.
Where's Sun Song? Not available, Kuba.
Just play it.
Play this. I don't have, but yes, that's a great idea. Anyway, Sponge isn't doing what to him in.
I guess that kind of makes sense, but...
Hey, Sponge, GG.
What up?
Hello.
GG's.
GG.
Hey, Sponge, do you still have the seat open?
I still got the seat open. Why? You want me to go look for something?
You should go read the hint stones in Hyrule Castle. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yo, is there a chess game hint? That's the only thing I could think of.
Just go read it.
It's better than that.
Better? Alright.
It's better. Just go read it. As speaking of the landscape, Fabi just found his things. GG. That'll be go mode. But yeah, just read the thing.
Yeah, check both of them.
Castle, you said? Oh, I checked the first one. The first one's the Frog's 2 hint or something, right?
Yeah, and there was there were 2 Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, the second one in the Storm's Grotto.
I keep forgetting that's a real living, breathing hint.
It's not, let's be honest.
It's like the freaking which is the one in Hyrule Field, the one under the boulder. I keep forgetting that even exists.
Yeah, I feel that. I think I've read that hint once in my life.
Yeah, it really doesn't come up.
I've unironically read it once.
It doesn't come up really outside of random settings, or the occasional Freaky Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on my way. Don't keep me in suspense. I won't keep you in suspense for too long.
Alright, thank you.
Yo, can we talk about chess game for a second? Can we talk about how impossible that was for me to ever route in any universe ever?
Yeah. Also, I'm resuming your stream since you're still go see to have it on stream for.
Sounds good. Because I'm like, all right, well, 244 finishers, so deep fire out, deep water out. The only thing I could think of is like, okay, it's some sort of child cleanup. I guess chess game is still in, but I don't know who's wacky enough to wait for chess game post Deku. I'm like, okay, well, that's probably not it. It's probably like Richard or Hyrule Castle Fairy, but I'll do chess game while I'm there just to be safe. And the fucking expression on my face when I look at that chest and I'm like, yo, y'all fucking nuts out here.
Ryu Kane and Aeronaut both apparently, well, Aeronaut and also apparently Ryu Kane, both did Dead Landscape before Goma because of the time of day.
Yo, y'all got brains the size of Mount Everest. I'm out here freaking getting hit by Rova and freaking I don't know what the hell I was doing. They're next level, dude. Don't mess with the French.
Yeah.
Apparently not, no. Yeah, I see you read the first Hyrule Castle hint.
Yes, I did. I have a strange feeling that I'm gonna see a duplicate in the next 5 seconds. I actually don't remember which part of the grotto the hint is in. Oh, there it is.
By the way, don't use
this. What a surprise.
Yep.
Gotta love your foolish hints.
Wait, I'm the only guy with strength 3?
Yes, you were the only one who got baited.
Goomba forgot the crate and the others didn't do adult shooting.
I'm just blind. I looked at it and I don't know what I thought it was, but it did not look like a strength upgrade.
So,
also, by the way, you don't use the Inspire in that grotto. That's the wrong grotto.
yeah, I realized as soon as I hit the button, it's okay. So I'm like,
just some extra giggles. Just some extra giggles very soon.
Yeah, like I kill the dragon, I get out, I'm like, all right, well, CAC archery is a terrible check this seed. The bow is in the middle of fucking nowhere, and all the other ones are bow locked. So I go over there, I get strength 3, I'm like, yeah, seed over, baby. Run to Ganon's, and then I cry because there's nothing in there. God damn it, close the fridge. It's the goddamn bridge. Let's go.
Sorry, Ram.
Stop doing this to me, Rando.
Sorry, Ram really did wolves of the hour.
All I'm saying is, if I have anything to say about it, that bridge is getting closed, and fortunately I do have something to say about it. So.
Yeah, because you're a respawn now. Congrats on that. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Thank you, Sir Goomba. Can you open Deku at the same time? I know I'm whining and complaining here, but everybody does it. So let me have my 5 minutes, please.
Oh yeah.
Open the tree.
I'm in favor. I don't know about the others. That's all I'm saying.
No, what I'm interested by is actually, would that Hyrule Castle Baron hint have actually pulled you away from doing treasure chest minigame? Because we were thinking of outside Ganon's castle, and that reminded you of Din's Ferry, and that sent you back to Child Town.
Yeah, pretty much. I was thinking it's Richard or Din's Ferry, and like, I wasn't really sure how it worked out because there were some amazing runners in this race, and so I'm like, okay, if it's Richard or Din's Ferry, people would be closer, like, but just thought about it, I'm like, the seed was so screwy with the bow and river, like you could walk up and down river like 1 or 2 times and not get it. So I'm like, okay, well maybe this is what's stretching the finishers out. I'll take the possibility and not expect it to be on chess game. That was the last check I expected it to be.
Shoutouts I'd like to you, a member of Team Richard the Dog, not doing Richard for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. I was laughing about it. I'm like, dude, I can't believe I was just so lazy, dude, because I did Dante in my child 1. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I'm winning this race. And then I'm just like, do I want to walk to Castle just to do Richard, like, by itself? I got lazy, and luckily it didn't punish me.
I feel like the seed went really well for me up until the whole looking for Din's Fire part.
Same for everyone. Everyone had a really good seed right up until that point, at which point everyone just kind of stopped and went,
And then I did Spirit, and then I did Fire, and then I did Dark Link, and then I did Fire Arrow Entry.
Yeah, Fabio's done almost exactly the same, except they didn't do Fire Arrow Entry, they did Lens Game.
Yeah, speaking of Sponge, why did you bail out of fire at midway through?
Because there was a finish. And okay, here's my thought process. I went over this on my personal stream, but I'll repeat it. The reason I ruled Deep Fire out is because when you get a 244 finish, you do the reverse engineer on the timing, so it's like what, 224, 226 for go mode, and even with the potential Way the Hero Hammer and Kokiri Forest, no way anybody who has a brain is gonna go crazy into Fire Temple unless Ryukane, I guess, but I'm like, okay, fire is not a good option. It's Stone, Bolero, OoT, like, this is gonna get pushed way late in the seed. Like, the 224 go mode just doesn't make sense. Nobody's gonna do this. I just ruled it out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I was already done with fire by that point, so...
Yeah, but the GG's Equal and Flush finishing 319.40 and 320.15. More of our francophones. Equal is French, Flush is Belgian. Yeah, some hour will magic W.
I mean, it's an interesting play. I just don't think that people who finished would make that play.
Yeah, that's fair. By the way, Goron Tunic was highest Goron for the giggles.
Wallet required. Nice.
Yeah.
Or at least just to get into fire, I guess.
Yeah. That was a good laugh, just the whole thing. Yeah, the Way of the Heroes were a mess, because we couldn't tell for the longest while what was Way of the Hero.
Do we got all the hints?
Yeah, we do finally have all the hits now. Since Gooba went and find our Hyrule Castle hint.
Yeah.
Oh.
The third Foolish was the only one I was missing.
Goron City and GTG.
Yeah, we're the other two.
The other two, yeah.
Very useful Goron City Foolish, by the way.
Oh yeah, you know, I get to skip Darunia and the pot. Great.
I did not. I had already done those.
Yeah. It wasn't a great placement of hints. Like, this seed was definitely screwing with you on the hints.
Oh, can I ask you a question, Gooba? Did you go adult after Lon Lon?
No.
No one went.
Did you go? Did you do Valley Lake or did you go to Kokiri?
Yeah, I did like Valley Lake. Full
Okay, because
South Route, basically.
I had a feeling you would play Prelude and go adult potentially, but I guess that's just me.
I thought about it.
Analyzing.
Apparently,
Yeah, I kind of just
did.
wanted to play Seed.
I did that yesterday in my league match, and it won me the race. But different circumstances. I had a forest medallion for one thing, so.
Yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, getting Dampe in my child 1 was so good because like the only way you can get that is if you either micromanage time of day to shit, or you do Valley Lake into Kokiri because it sets your time of day perfectly to get Dampe. And I'm like, yes, I got paid off for my route. And then you just get the long shot into Dodonga. It's like, god damn it, man.
Yeah. I just got long shot from Dampe in child 2 when I did the well. So
I was so sad because I'm like, oh, everybody's gonna get this now. I get no value out of this. And then I saw the strength, went to River to get a bean, domain, forgot to plant the bean, so I immediately put the sword down, planted it, went adult, got the long shot, cried. Because I walked up River 3 times this seed. I'm like, motherfucker, man.
Yeah. And GG had some more finishes. Well, GG's to where was the last thing I read off? Nicola and Flutely. So GG's to Emo Soda 322.40, Cocotier 333.09, and Seth 323.15.
Also, like, I don't have very many notes for the interview written down. It's mostly about the seed rather than any people. And the first one is side-eyeing Star/Way of the Heroes.
Yeah, because as Way of the Heroes, like, that boat took so long to show up that opponent's Way of the Hero wasn't getting resolved for ages. The mirror shield made us all go,
I mean, I would rather have Way of the Heroes that don't get resolved until late game than have all my information be resolved in the first 20 minutes and then I'm going blind for the rest of the seed, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned is...
Sorry, continue?
No, I was just gonna make a joke. It's okay. I was gonna be like, I'm not good at shooting blind. If there's one thing I've learned.
Oh no, don't worry, I was
agree
making a joke as well. My interview note on the joke is just bows and then wincing face.
Yeah, the bows were fun.
Scrubs are a good setting.
Are they though?
They are not.
I don't know if you could detect the sarcasm.
I could, in fact, do so.
Yes, it was obvious. I'm terrible with sarcasm, and I could tell there was sarcasm involved in that sentence.
Well, today on Sponge Complains. Sorry, everybody.
It's almost like I don't know. I think we needed a clearer indication of Sponge complaining about things or being unhappy with seeds. I mean, I'm just trying to think of the words to describe it.
I mean, Sponge, if you have any complaints with the current weekly settings, I urge you to take it up with your nearest race mod. Wait, shit. That's me.
No, I'm just making a salty Sponge joke. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I had a ton of fun. I mean, what's this gonna do? It's not like this is a tournament match.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, no, I had fun with the seed, even if I didn't end up finishing it.
What time do you think you would have got if you could do FAE?
When did I finish Deku? Like 2:15ish, I think. So I don't know, 2:35, roughly.
You would have smoked me. Damn, I think I.
You were basically joint with each other, coming out of Spirit and Fire. Like you were very much in sync. The fact that Sponge bailed from Fire early. You were very on top of each other through pretty much most of the seed.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, we always do that.
Yeah, I feel like
we
Sponge
always
and I have
do that,
very similar play styles, so...
Except we don't. At all.
We kind of do, there's just a few differences. Like, early game we tend to route slightly differently, but we always seem to converge in the mid-game.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
Casino.
Yeah.
The late game. And that decides who wins.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, one of my other notes was, Lens game Dins, how long are we going to look?
Quite a while, as it turns out.
Speaking of which, Fabio has just
30 minutes.
finished Bongo Bongo.
Let's
go, Fabio.
Yep, should be done in another 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember how much of a tower he did.
Did I just say Fabio instead of Fabio?
Yes.
Oops. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been watching too much Link Between Worlds.
Yeah. I didn't even notice, by the way.
Okay, good. It's good that I caught it before any interviews happened.
Yo, watch out for Fabio. He's gonna make an impact in season 5.
Oh,
I believe
Fabio is really good.
Yeah, Fabio's been putting up an excellent showing in the Random Settings League as well as Standard.
And Fabio was ahead in this weekly before the Dins Hunt. Like, he was ahead of both started. He was ahead of both of you before Dins Hunt.
Yep.
I'm not surprised. Like, my early game was very thorough. Like, I did a lot of slow nonsense, so I figured I was probably behind on progression. I felt... Yes. I did check it, Infinite Valley, Lake, all that nonsense.
And you don't feel so good about everything, because I did not do the chickens. I spent too much time running around.
and then I felt pretty good about getting the magic from Adult Lake with no Serenade, and then the other magic was just chilling in Ganon's, and I wanted to shoot myself.
I don't care about the other magic, because that magic in Lake made me just say, okay, I could just abandon Water Temple. I don't care about having to come back here, because that was the best time magic ever.
Yeah, Aeronaut and Fabio actually didn't have Pierre set going over there, so then none of them got the magic, which threw me for a bit of a loop because I forgot they didn't have Pierre. Their only magic was in Ganon's.
Yeah, I feel I would actually have been in a pretty good spot if Magic 2 was just in Shadow Temple, like in every other seed, but...
There were a lot of memes about that in chat, yes. But yeah, the magic in Ganon's very much bailed Fabio out, and Aeronaut to some extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a case of we saw... I can't remember which of you got it first. We saw you getting it from that and we were like, wait. Fabio's done adult fishing. Fabio's done lab type. How the hell did they miss the magic on the lab roof?
Yeah, I eventually remembered that he did adult fishing after the lake filled up from beating water, which is how he did it. Because I was like, because usually you just do both of those checks at the same time, but no, he did adult fishing after the water, which made sense, and then that cleared up the confusion. But yeah, I got confused.
And Fabio did have a great moment of just climbing to the top of the lab, staring at
the magic. Yeah. He's just like, wait, what am I seeing? Oh, come on.
So if you guys want to head off, that's fine. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask them, but you basically 100%ed the seed.
Yeah, Sponge, you have literally everything that's not the last slingshot marked on your restream tracker. Tracker present.
Too. It's in the windmill, right? It's the only one I didn't pick up.
Is it actually? I missed it.
Yeah, I think there was a slingshot in the windmill.
Oh, lol, I missed that then.
There was.
Perfect.
Man, I could 100% of that. I should go back and pick it up.
Just for the meme.
Updated.
Yeah, we're about to switch over to the interview scene anyway, since Fabio's about to done, so it's alright, but yeah. Yeah, every item in the game got found, so thanks. But yeah, GG's here to Fabio, finishing up with an official race time of 32:21.
Oh, you are well ahead of me. There we go.
Alright.
It's fine, it's for the end. We don't need to care about the streams not being synced up anymore.
Yeah, Fabio had a few internet issues. Let's see if we can get Fabio in for an interview as I go clean up a thing or two. And yeah, he will be joining us real quick. It is going to be a shorter one since we have another restream coming up in 25 minutes on this channel, but we have like 5 or 10 minutes for it. Just gonna wait for him to turn up. But yeah, GG's Goomba and Sponge. That was something to watch. Quite the seed.
GG.
Oh, wow.
And to you, Aeronaut, in chat.
Yeah, GG's to Aeronaut as well.
I'm gonna get going then. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you for sticking around as long as you did.
Yeah, I'm out. Peace out as well. Thanks, guys.
Yep. You both did amazingly.
Hope so. I need something to feel good about.
You both did.
Alright, I'll see you around.
Yeah.
See you around, everybody.
Alright, and just sitting on Fabio now. Yeah, quite the seed, honestly. Just all those item placements and that final troll in the form of the lens minigame. Because why wouldn't it be there? I remember just seeing that lens and going,
Yeah, we did in fact make that noise.
And as it turns out, there was good reason for that, because thanks, Dings.
Again, we need the sad trombone noise.
Wah, 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 wah. That do you?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Are we getting Fabio? Is Fabio just wanting a rest because, oh god, that seed?
I'm not sure. Well, I asked for an interview and he said okay, so I'm currently assuming he's turning up, but it's not in the waiting room yet, so I'll give him a couple minutes.
So we might be slightly more pressed for time.
Maybe a bit. We are also now up to 11 forfeits.
Oof, 11? That's a lot. I mean, I can exactly understand why.
Yeah, we're probably going to have about a 1/3 forfeit rate since we're already at 11 out of 36. And there's Fabio. Hey Fabio, GG's.
GG. Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello,
we can hear you.
GG.
GG.
How did you find the seed?
First of all, is the treasure chest game hinted somewhere?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
Okay.
The only hint that basically everyone was missing was the fact that the second hint in Hyrule Castle and the Storm's Grotto hint in Hyrule Castle had Hyrule Castle is foolish.
Yep.
But no, that wasn't hinted. It's just that the lens was in Deku, which was behind the Kokiri sword, so you couldn't have got it sooner.
Yeah. But no, what did you think about some of those item placements generally? Those bows were not very good.
Yeah. The one in the storms, Zora's River. Yeah.
Yeah, that was your only bow available.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just thanks. I have one bow available and all the others are bow locked. Thanks.
Yeah, I found all three of those.
Yeah.
I
However,
found almost everything. So.
I don't think you got baited into checking Strength 3 though.
No, I don't think you found Strength 3, Flavio.
No, I didn't find it.
Adult shooting gallery.
Because
The adult shooting gallery behind the bows that sucked was your Strength 3.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, it's fine. There was nothing behind it anyway.
Yeah, that would have just been more time wasted.
Okay. I don't know.
Did you have any questions?
No, I'm not happy now.
I mean,
Basically, that didn't fire.
You did pretty well up until then. You were ahead of Sponge and Guma on Restream finishing Deku, actually.
yeah, you were leading for most of the seed. Aeronaut was actually quite a bit behind the rest of you. It's just that Aeronaut managed to check the lens game earlier, which rocketed them ahead.
From last place to first, yeah.
But yeah, you were leading for basically the entirety of that seed, so you were doing super well.
Yeah, thanks. It's like I feel terrible right now. I'm sorry, like I really.
I know,
Yeah.
this is why we're telling you that you are good at this thing. It's just that that's the way that Rando sometimes happens. You can make all the correct choices, but they may not necessarily be the one that you need.
Yeah, that is Rando for you.
Yeah. That's all I wanted add something. If I join a weekly someday, please do not consider me anymore. Till I have a decent internet connection. I'm sorry if my stream looks bad.
Oh, it's okay. It was mostly okay, and we didn't miss too much of your stream.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's fine. You are good at this. And we enjoy watching you. We really do. It's always great to watch someone who's playing on keyboard.
Thank you. I was still playing on keyboard, I mean, probably forever. I like playing on keyboard. I like playing on keyboard too much.
Yeah, and
I mean, it clearly works for you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if it works, roll with it.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
pretty impressed. You did the glitchless jumps in Ice Cavern on the keyboard. Those are quite nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think I have nothing much to say.
Yeah,
Thanks for
that's
the
fair
briefing.
enough, and it did run quite long. So if you need to head off, you are more than welcome to go grab a drink, grab some food, rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again for the restream, and
It was absolutely our pleasure to watch you. It was great.
GG's, Fabio.
yeah, thanks for the GGs. Okay, and goodbye all of those watching.
Yep.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yep. Goodbye, GG. It was great.
Bye bye. Thank you. Thanks.
All right, and I think that is it for us then here for this restream. Let's do some shoutouts here. Shoutouts to our forerunners on the restream, the Aeronaut, Goomba, Sponge, and Fabio, to my co-commentator Estantia, and to our 4 trackers, Ginger Sunny, McQualla, Case Ninja, and Jojoman. Thank you all for helping out with the restream.
And you to rolling this and restreaming and commentating.
Thank you. So don't forget to give them all a follow. Also, don't forget to follow the ZSR channels. We're here on ZSR2. We also have ZSR main, ZSR_3, and ZSR_4. Coming up on the schedule currently over on ZSR main, we have a Wind Waker Randomizer Challenge Cup, a round 1 match between Parker the Panda and Gold Quiver. We will be hosting them shortly, and we are actually going to have another restream here on this channel in about 15 minutes. The OTR Dungeon Door Requirement Tournament 2021 qualifier number 8 is starting up shortly, so we'll just host ZSR briefly until it happens. Then at 2 p.m. Eastern, over on ZSR main, we'll have the Minish Cap Randomizer weekly race. 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Winter Randomizer bi-weekly fun race. That'll be on ZSR 3, and then to 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the first match of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2021, Group E between PKT Patrick and Trail. And okay, someone can't spell Trails. Sorry, I'm reading the schedule and I realize someone typoed Trails' name.
Oh no.
It's Trails, not Trolls. Trailz was the typo. Whoopsies. Anyway, so we'll have that to wrap up the night. That'll be on ZSR main at 8 p.m. Eastern. And well, tomorrow/tonight, depending on your time zone, at midnight Eastern /6 in the morning Central European, we have the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 2 Tournament Qualifier number 8 over on ZSR main. We've got more matches coming up throughout the week for Zelda 2, Minish Cap, Link to Past Cross Keys, Wind Waker. There's plenty to be had if you want more Zelda action. So that'll be it for us. Let's go check out some Wind Waker Rando, and we'll be back here shortly with some more DDR. Thanks for watching. Yep, and thanks for watching, and see you in a bit.
See you around.